Hey, that's insane, right? I want to pay. I want to pay you for that. Hello. How are people doing? We got about another 40 plus-ish minutes. I'm excited for this. Kind of. Go to the presenting tab real quick. I should add, before I do that, I'm going to copy paste something real quick. Oh, that's right. Thank you, 1101. It is my birthday or something. It's around that time. Yeah, I'll just say it's my birthday. Make it easy for people. Copy. Copy. Go to presenting, and then I'll paste this. That way, y'all can still hear VLC without me having to change things. And that made those vertical tabs. Why did it make those vertical? Back to horizontal. Okay. Okay. Let me stop you, VLC. Unmute desktop. Pick the window we want to actually use. Window capture. Here it is. Perfect. So this is the gameplay demo. I have not seen this yet. I have some interesting thoughts I think I want to say. Well, I'm going to start recording. Good morning, Jam Jalopy. Glad to see y'all here. Let me start recording. So I want to give a quick comment about the nature of this video here. This is the region gameplay demo, and hello, Polychromatica. And when this video released, there was a lot of buzz online for reasons that have nothing to do with the game. They had everything to do with IGN, and if you saw the clickbait headlines, the clickbait titles, it was basically like IGN forced MiHoYo to release this early. Thank y'all so much for wishing me a happy birthday. I appreciate that. I can write a text on the live thing later that basically says birthday stream or something. Birthday stream. You can see that or something. The reason I want to, now back to what I was actually talking about. The reason why I want to push back against that narrative is because the narrative that for some reason IGN leaking this video forced them to publish it early. The reason I want to push back against this is because I think that's nonsense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And all you have to do is think about it for about a minute and you come to the conclusion that, oh, so that wouldn't happen. That doesn't make sense. And the reason I can prove that is very quickly. I might dox myself here. I got to be careful. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Go to YouTube content real quick. I'm going to try to show this. Hopefully my stuff doesn't die. And I should play the background music now still. And go back to muting my desktop audio. So I have a video. For those of you who don't know how YouTube works, I have a video that is prepared to upload, depending on whether or not they announce Yeshengong's rerun. And basically, before you do anything, when you upload a video, the first thing it does is it sets the video to a draft. And you can't actually publish it until you go down here and click public. Now, what they probably did is they don't click public. They click schedule. Now, for some reason, people believe, now that's all you need to see. This is just for people who don't really know how this stuff works. Some people, I guess, it's funny. I get it. It's funnier to think that IGN, the company that all they do is upload video game footage, somehow leaked this by days. So, for example, maybe some people are thinking that footage was supposed to release today. I don't think that makes sense because I think the video IGN published theirs at like 8 a.m. on Thursday, and maybe they was supposed to be 8 a.m. on Saturday because that's when this live stream would probably be over. This one over here, that's when the live stream would be over, and then that makes sense. Like, hey, maybe they want this footage released after the live stream, and that kind of makes sense. But then you have to. I don't think that really makes sense because when you go to schedule a live, again, you have to be very intentional when you publish a video. When you go to schedule an upload, you not only check the exact date, you check the exact time as well. So it's not as like they missed it. They input a 4 instead of a 6, but wait, I can actually show that real quick. So if I go to press, I'm still showing all, am I? Yes. If I go to schedule upload, you select the exact date and it shows you on here, here's a calendar, here's a timer, right? Like, it is very hard to mess this up. Like, I can understand getting maybe 1 day off, but 4 is very different from 6. That doesn't make any sense. Like, any halfway rational person who does this as their job at IGN wouldn't make this mistake. It's just not reasonable. What most likely happened is that when they set the time for this, again, they're sent the video file, they download it from whatever cloud storage, and then they upload it on their own site. Is when they set the time, they set it for, I'll just pick 10 just to be a random number. They set it for the correct date. They set it for the correct time. They go 9. We need to upload it at. We need this up at 8:00. Bam, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Hold on. Problem. This is AM. This is 12 hours early, and that's why, like, when I checked the uploads later the next day, it's like, wait a second. All the uploads were about 12 hours later. Well, not just, I think they were exactly 12 hours later. This is not they leaked it 2 days ahead. No, this is just a mistake of AM for PM. That's it. And they didn't force them to upload it early. It just doesn't make any rational sense. The other reason it doesn't make sense is because IGN, that's what they do. That's all they do. They are a gaming media platform. All they do is publish game news. So they are very used to scheduling this stuff. And what I think is actually a good thing. I didn't realize I had VLC muted still. Whoops, my bad. So you guys are just hearing my voice. It is possible it was a time zone or a miscommunication. I think the easiest explanation is they swapped AM for PM. I think that makes the most sense. However, I will say the good thing that came about this is, one, this didn't happen on Summer Game Fest Day. For those who didn't know, yesterday, June 5th, was Summer Games Fest. And basically that's the replacement for E3. It's just, here's a bunch of video game news. And you don't, Zenless did not want their news to conflate with that day. Because if that stuff releases on the 5th, then there's nothing to really talk about. Like, people aren't going to even mention them. But because this is released on the night of the 4th, that gave them a little bit of leeway to like have something before all the big news on the 5th. And actually, I think, because there were jokes about, oh, MiHoYo's never going to partner with IGN again. That's dumb. That's not how business works. IGN is I think the biggest news source for the general gaming audience over, at least in the United States. So like, they're not just gonna stop working with them. That's just not reasonable. There has to be like a real, like, accidentally making this swapping an AM for PM is not enough to just cancel that level of marketing. And even then, it's not, if it were like a week ahead, like, that's egregious. But it's like, no, I'm pretty sure that was just 12 hours. Now, if it's a week ahead, that completely changes the conversation. But ultimately, I think this was a good thing, because what Zenless needed, if you're in the marketing department, you actually love what happened, because now people are actually talking about the game. Because before, it's like, if they just released the trailer, I can stop showing this. You almost need to. If they just released this trailer at the normal time, there's a good chance nobody really talks about it. It's like, okay, I mean, that looks interesting, but you're gonna do a live stream in a few days, so who really cares? That doesn't really push the needle on getting players interested unless you were already interested. You know what gets players interested? Headlines that say, oh my gosh, IGN leaks Zenless Zone Zero Season 3 gameplay? Oh my goodness! Hands on face. Sharp inhale, that sort of thing. That gets people, hey, that gets people communicating. That gets headlines, that gets numbers. So I think overall, even though, like, obviously MiHoYo wouldn't want that to happen, it is fortunate that it happened when it happened. It happened not on Summer Games Fest Day. It happened the day before, so they had their own time in the spotlight, kind of. So I'm recording all that I'm gonna make that its own video too, I think. I've recorded enough of it. I can justify a video of that length, I guess. Now I will actually watch this, because I never watched this. And the reason I never watched this is because, like, I'm just gonna watch the live stream anyway. Like, the live stream's gonna show the gameplay. I don't need to see it the day before. The content creator side is like, oh, you need to watch this and upload it, or else you're not gonna get views. And the actual side of me that is like a real person who says, I don't care. I will just watch it with the live stream. It just makes the most sense. That way we don't have to do oh, what was this? And we spend like 20 minutes analyzing like 5 frames that they're gonna tell us like in 24 hours. It's like, I enjoy doing that, but there's also like a level where I will not go beyond a certain point. It's like, okay, I will just let the devs surprise me. I will let the devs tell me what we need to know, and we'll find out the rest. Anyway, okay. Back to presenting. Stop VLC. Unmute desktop audio. Bam, bam. Okay, here we go. Make this regular speed. We have time still. We got about 30 minutes. Okay, so already this is Rascalier. There's some the imagery is, I think, the most important thing first, of like, it's setting the tone for the city. What you can expect. There's flying cars. There's a blimp. Why, I don't know why you need a blimp when you have flying cars. Okay. It's the aesthetics. There's a giant clock tower. It's not Big Ben, because Big Ben is already an agent. So that's Bigger Ben. Oh my gosh, they still look uncanny. I'm sorry. Like this, I don't think it's gonna take a while for me to get used to this. I think that's the new ticket place. I'm not gonna pause every time. If I pause, it's because I need to, if I want to say something, but it's like, I think this is the new ticket place, maybe. They'll confirm it in the live stream. That's why I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. There's the new first look at Belle's new outfit. She still has her nails. Surprisingly, her nails aren't, in her Yunque Summit outfit, her nails were different colors. Like, I think this was like green and this was orange. It was stuff like that. These are all just, like a gold, and that's interesting. As in, like, interesting as in they didn't go all the way and making them super colored. And I think that's fine. I think it works better with the design. It matches the gold tie and the gold bow. Mind the gap. Interesting. What's this fancy language? I don't understand it. Is this the okay, this is how they're going to use the train system. For those who don't remember, Zenless still has a subway system in the game that nobody uses. Because I think how they designed it, that was going to be like because again, a lot of design elements from Persona were, like, the aesthetics of Persona were copied into Zenless. I think in their minds, they were going to use a subway as that kind of like transition mode, like those loading screens between zones. Players never ended up using them, so it didn't matter. I like the aesthetics of this place, and I like that it's a walk-in place, so you can like actually walk into the coffee shop, and it's not just like, here's a tiny coffee stand. I appreciate that. It looks like you can walk into it. Maybe. Is she gonna be playable? No, she's not gonna be playable. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, NPC playable. Oh, I mean, it'd be fun if some of them were, but I appreciate NPCs that aren't playable as well. Beckford Street. This is, wow, this is very UK. Okay. They even got the weather right too. You can't see the sun at all. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'll go a little bit quicker in here. Just so I don't need to see like these animations for too long. That way I can have more stuff to talk about. Tin Master Super Herbal Tea, Black Tea, Tea with Milk. Interesting. I have had milk tea before. It is interesting. Oh, maybe this is the... Okay, no, this is the lottery stand then. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I don't... Who is that knockoff Meow Meow mascot for the stand? Whatever. Okay, here's a new building. I don't remember seeing this in the marketing before. Maybe like a long shot. I think that's an NPC. I think that's an NPC. I think that's an NPC. And I think these are the only three like characters that I'm pretty sure are going to be playable. There's another character. I'm pretty sure that's an NPC as well. I've seen the market. The other reason I can say I believe this demo wasn't leaked like days early is because like that very night or like very soon afterwards, they also released a bunch of marketing promotion for like, here's everything about the city. Like, why would you do that days before the live stream unless you had already planned to do that? I don't know if they released it on their official YouTube account, but on at least on the site formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, they didn't release it here, but they released it on Twitter. So I'm not going to look that up right now, but they basically said, hey, here's all the major characters and here's why, how and why they're important. Like that looks planned. Like they wouldn't just throw it in there if it wasn't planned. That had to be planned. That's why I don't believe that, oh, they were forced to release this gameplay footage early. No, they weren't. That doesn't make any sense. And you see all the accessories. Okay, that looks... Thank you, Belle. Are we allowed to be here? Is this a disguise so we can enter the building? Oh, they bringing back these chests. I thought they would be done with them. It's a very like season 1 sort of thing where, oh, find chests hidden in the city. I don't think they really... No, they still had a couple supply crates in season 2. Just really not as many. I think it was mainly in like 2.0 where they had it, and we didn't really visit any new places or had new like home bases to visit. So this looks like a Bang Boo event that's permanent. Interesting. Let me know if the audio in the video is too loud for you. I can lower it. Got a new bed. Was the HIA in there? Not HIA, the HDD, wrong H. It was. I saw the icon for it. There it is. I mean, that only really matters if you actually use the HDD. Like, we can say it's there, but it doesn't matter if it's not used for anything. I hope it's used for stuff. We will see. This is the gameplay demo. Hopefully they show us if we use it. Oh, that's spinny. That's also spinny. That's... Okay, here's normal. Here's the jetpack joyride gameplay. Here we go. We have a life bar over here as well. I'll slow it down a bit just because this is the action part. And I don't want people to start, like... I want to make it easier for me to see as well. Okay, already this looks way more interesting than Disintegration in Season 2. Already what they're doing seems more visually engaging and I think has more, probably have more feedback when you're actually doing it. Yeah, Disintegration just was not... It could have been interesting, but they did not make it feel exciting. Already, whatever the jetpack thing was, that feels exciting. Uh-oh. Is this an army of evil Bang Boo? Uh-oh. Are Bang Boos the villain? Does she just... Mega Man? What? Okay. Norma's Mega Man confirmed her hand is just a cannon? What is that transition? We just run away? Brave Sir Robin ran away. That's funny. N-Bar Express, okay. Oh, we finally see our knight in shining armor. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I hope they tell us. I hope we have English words to tell us. Pyrois? 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 He's just horrifying. I haven't, also, I'm not a guy who watches the beta. If you've seen the beta, you already know everything that's being shown to you. I don't ever look at the beta stuff outside of reading kits. And maybe like, here's some stuff about, I don't watch animations or watch gameplay. I read kits, I read like, hey, here's a new mode they're making. I read that stuff, I don't look at it. So this is all brand new to me. Oh my gosh. On one hand, it looks cool. On the other hand, there's just a lot of particle effects that happen on screen. So it looks cool. It also looks distracting. Like, look at all of this that's happening. Like, look at that. It's a bit much in my personal taste. It looks good. It just looks distracting as well. And that's not what you want when you're in the middle of a fight and you're trying to see exactly what a boss is doing. And you go, oh, I actually can't tell what's happening. Pariah Carry. Yes, thank you, Polychromatica. Okay, so... Oh, those are her turrets. I did read about her setting up turrets. So I never saw what that actually looked like. Also, what is Belle doing off screen? Over here, I saw that. Go out. Whoa, she got a gun? She's just shooting. What the heck? This is the urban and this is the, I get it. This is the urban and this is the fantasy. Perfect. They said it couldn't be done. Come out here like an assist in Marvel versus Capcom. Assist me! you call assist me and Bell snipes from off me. Plasma beam! Hidden missiles! I'm done here. We start playing Marvel vs. Capcom voice lines. Okay, so now I was aware of this. They are showing off the 4 different ults. I was aware this character had 4 different ults they could use. And they have different animations for each one. So I'm interested to see how long you can actually stay in this screen. Like, can you artificially extend fights by like making this screen last longer? I'm assuming because the timer for ultimates, like the clock stops when you activate an ultimate. But it'd be fun to see like the end screen for how long the fight took. Because it's still, I think it still tracks how long the fight, you stay in the fight. Like once the stage starts versus when the stage ends. Okay. That looked interesting. That also only costed 2,000 decibels. I am aware of that. That did not slip past me. Oh my gosh, this is... Everybody supersonic racing. Gotta get your feet right off the ground. Cause you're supersonic racing. This is more like Sonic Heroes. Yeah, this is actually Sonic Heroes, never mind. This is not Sonic Racing. Why are we chasing Remio? Oh no, is this Wuthering Waves? Is this the fake auto-scroller levels where it's like, oh, you gotta be interactive, and it's like, you will do it for me if I do nothing. I hope we have death screens for people who fail this. What goes up must come down. Can't forbid not touch the ground. A mighty sign without a sound. I can feel you, I don't know the words, but I remember the tune because I played the game. With my eyes on you, like a laser beam, my eyes on you. Watch me, watch me, save the day. Feel like in everywhere. Zenless heroes, Zenless heroes. I don't have to do shield defense. This looks cool, by the way. When I'm singing over it, I think this looks cool. I wonder how much of my singing I'll cut from when I actually do this video. Oh, here's Valina. There's a new... That's not her normal outfit. That's different. Was coughing part of the soundtrack? They're like, yo, I got a sick beat for you. Listen up. That's so dumb. Real play of music. I'm not, at least I'm pretty sure the song is good. It is just interesting to start, like, to drop the beat by coughing. This is, oh my, it's a dubstep. You're coughing into a dubstep. What is happening? Oh my gosh. It's like listening to like a really bad Skrillex cover where like, yeah. And they get you pumped up to drop the beat. Coughing into dubstep. Wow. I was not expecting that. Yeah, again, I will say this all looks cool. It also looks very distracting. Like there's just a lot of things happening on screen. Like in terms of visual clarity, it is very hard to tell what the heck is happening. Because obviously I understand like, oh, there's the white wind stuff. That's Valina's stuff that's happening. I can understand that. It's what the heck? What are all of these extra stuff? What is this? Why is it turned into fire? What happened here? Why is he inside a fire tornado? Now, I'm sure it makes sense once you actually start playing and you use the character. It's when they make enemies that also clutter the screen where you go, okay, I literally can't tell what's happening. And I noticed that after this defensive assist, you can't follow up after this, so he went into Promia's hold basic, or that hold special, whatever that boot's called. Yeah, they really do. They really want to remind people that if you didn't pull for Yuzuha, you were just going to have a much worse time in anomaly fights. A what? This is, I would say, I think it's good, but it is a very strange audio track to like end the video off on. I mean, this is supposed to be a visual showcase, and I think it, again, this all looks really cool. I am afraid some of these fights get visually cluttered to the point where you really can't tell what's happening. That's why I like Starlight Billy, because even though he's doing a lot of things, he doesn't create a lot of particle effects on screen. The characters that create a lot of particle effects, especially when you start quick swapping, suddenly it's like, I literally can't tell what's happening. There's just so much happening. Okay. Okay, Tamari, I see that. Real Naruto fans, you know Tamari was always cool. They just never really did anything with her character. If you know, you know. Okay, that's the video. I'm Peth. That is correct. That is what the point of the filler was for. And then everyone said they hated it. Now, granted, when you're watching the show and you're met with a whole season of filler, you're like, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch the plot, please. Especially when you're like the middle of the war arc and they're like, no, we don't want to progress the plot. We actually need 20 more episodes of filler. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to strangle you. Oh, there's a little bit more. Oh, there's an EOS wallpaper. Oh, wait, it's not wallpaper. What is this? Is this Night City? Okay, that's the video store this time. We got DVD. Hold on. We're not doing DVD rentals, are we? No, we're not. Good. These still look like VHSs. But it looks like they updated the art for it too. Also, there's the evil Remio. She's going to be the villain of season 3. There's no way they could ever redeem this character. She will be a villain. We're going to have to kill her. I'm sorry, she's not going to be playable. I guess that is just her base outfit. I gotta say, I much prefer her black outfit. I thought it looked a lot better. As in, like, I thought it looked cooler. Yeah, this is 09. This is not, I think 18 is at our video store. You know, 18 is the one who holds the door. I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, I thought this looked cool. I like the ambiance, the setting. I thought it all looked really good. And we're gonna see it in 10 minutes. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna spoil myself. Like, dude, I'm waiting 10 minutes. I like the jazz, the Bangbu Jazz Club. Like, is this? I'm not gonna make any. I'm gonna hold back on like weird comments. More art that they didn't need to make. Like, it's just for tone setting, and I appreciate this level of detail where it's like they don't get anything out by making this. It's just something they wanted to do for aesthetics, and I appreciate that. Is that our fake like fireplace? I didn't comment on that when I saw it, but this looks like they are setting it up so you can decorate this room. Because in 1.0 they introduced a lot of here's ways to decorate your rooms, and they never really did much else with it. For those who forgot, you can still choose to like put a photo album on the wall. And the most recent one was like the end of 2.5 was they had a special photo of all the characters from Wi-Fi. Like the Yunque Summit characters had a special photo that you can get after 2.5, and you can put that on your wall in your room. Yes, 2.6 also did have one. That's right. That's also correct. I think that's the most recent one they had. And that kind of makes sense because that was like the last, like, you're not gonna take a photo with like, you're not gonna take a photo of us standing over Romuald's body or something, right? That's not a happy photo album moment. Yeah, already, this looks much better than the Season 2 gameplay. Already. Now, granted, I could be wrong, because I haven't played it yet. But it already looks like the things you have to do is not just look at one thing and press one button, and that's it. It's like, no. You're gonna have to, like, you're gonna give an obstacle to the player to actually overcome. It's not just as simple as, like, you clicking on a door. It's, you have to go to multiple locations to do stuff, right? Granted, they could always turn this into, like these, from what I've heard of people talking about, like the 3D Star Rail puzzles, where it's like, oh my gosh, why is this here? I think that would be funny. I don't think I would hate that, because again, Zenless has a much different moves very differently from Star Rail, where Star Rail has some, like, can have some really giant rooms, and you're like, why'd you make this room so giant? Bang Boo co-op. I'm surprised. I want to see. I don't think I'm pulling for Norma, but I really want to. I don't think not that I can't justify, because always I can just spend money, but it's like, I don't want to become the guy who, like, has every character on their account, and therefore, like, oh, you just pull for this character. It's like, no, you can't just pull for a character. There are people, I wasn't chatting with, there was a commenter that I chatted with yesterday, who basically said he hadn't won, he lost 3 50-50s in a row. And it's like, oh yeah, that stinks. Because basically the cost for a character just doubles. That's why I say in my video, the cost of a character is 180 pulls. If you get it for less, then you're lucky. So when you're budgeting for that stuff, you have to budget. You can't just say, oh, I have 90 pulls, therefore I get the character I want. No. You don't. You can't guarantee that. You should probably have like 150 pulls to guarantee the character you want. Bell coming in off screen. Repulsor blast. This is not an aftershock, but it should be at this point. Like, look at this. You're telling me that's not an aftershock? You're telling me these aren't aftershocks? Aftershock really is just a tag. They're like, yeah, we're not doing aftershocks anymore. Sorry. Norma's literally attacking with things off screen, off field. No, that's not an aftershock. I'm sorry. Like, why? Why is this not an aftershock? Would it have been made that big of a deal if this just had the aftershock tag? Because I'm not seeing fire come across the screen. I do like the. It's not a claymore. It's reminding me visually of those, like, really long swords that the Zweihanders, that's it. It's reminding, I know it's not a Zweihander, but it's reminding me of how it's being used as like a Zweihander. And I really like these animations. I think these look really good. And he's like summons the power of the sun inside of him. And then we could use our ultimates. Why? This just looks so funny. I think Wise's gun is slightly different. It just looks funny. Bell's like, yeah, look at me pose. Yeah, I got a gun. And then after this is the Sonic Heroes. I do have Sonic Heroes music I could start playing. Let's see this real quick. Sonic Heroes. I have the album on my computer somewhere. I thought I had the album on my computer somewhere. Sonic? Nope. Sonic. I don't. Oh wait, I do. It's just I never unzipped the file. So where's the not Seagate, not Lost Jungle. No, it's not one of those. It's is it Power? No, it's not. Power Plant's a good one too. I think it's Power Plant. That's it. Uh-oh. Is VOC crashing on me? No! We got this. We're so close. And the live stream's about to start anyway. I'm stalling for time here. There we go. It just works. This is so dumb. Power Plant fits perfectly here. All right, that's enough goofing around. We'll start. Well, we'll wait, but we'll start. Begins soon. I'm going to turn off the chat. Nothing wrong with the chat. I just don't want to be distracted by it. For those of you who are just now, who are new here, I will pause the video at times just to make comments, but I also will play it back faster. So like, oh, if I end up 10 seconds behind, it doesn't matter. We're all going to catch back up. It's fine. Like, you're not going to miss any info if I end up 10 seconds behind. It's fine. Hopefully, if you're here to watch me, you're here to hear me. I'll give my opinions on what's happening on screen. If you just want to watch the live stream without my commentary, that's totally fine. You can just watch the live stream and come back later. But I'm a talker, and I will pause to talk about things that I think are interesting. Now, I will try to if there's cinematics, I will let it play out first. So that way I don't want to interrupt that experience. But when things actually are worth talking about, I will pause it. And I'm going to turn on sub. They're German! Did you see that? Why'd you do this, Zenless? Zenless, why did you default to German? Pearl, the countdown has started for 20 seconds. So it's technically starting now, kind of. I mean, this is going to last for, honestly, this is going to last for an hour. So like, if you need to take 10 minutes out, you can come back and play the live stream at a quicker speed and you'll catch back up. Oh, I guess that's it for the day's stream, guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think if they do potential unlocks, they'll wait for the anniversary, which is in 3.1. I think that's when they'll do all that stuff.
Hello, 小白老师在这里。
Interesting outfit.
在等空中巴士，那我们一起坐下来充个电。好。
Let me make that text a bit brighter. Hold on, real quick. Because right now it's a really pale gray. Don't worry, we are going to catch back up very quickly. The font color, why is it's supposed to be white? Why is it really faded though? font opacity. There we go. Don't worry, guys.
我是小歪，欢迎来到绝区零3.0版本前瞻特别节目。大家好，我是策划小凡。很高兴能够坐在金碧辉煌的马桶上来给大家带来这次的前瞻。
He's Jeff.
这可是帮部的专属变装呢。好吧，也是体验了一把帮部的日常生活。那我们坐在这个站台是在等什么呢？哎，我们在等一辆空中巴士。
An Airbus. I really do appreciate the set designs they make for these. They go all out, and I appreciate
看来
that.
这就是我们面前的这辆了。我已经等不及要赶紧讲完前瞻，坐上去了。好，言归正传，在过往的旅途中，我们和各位神将一起从日常
That's a lot of bobby pins. These aren't bobby pins, but wow, that's a lot of clothespins.
分街去到别有风情的魏飞地。现在我们即将前往远在天空的岛屿罗斯凯利法。小歪，在启程之前，你一定有很多想说的吧？我想说，虽然一路走来有许多坎坷，但幸运的是，仍有各位神将与我们相伴。罗斯凯利法这座新主城代表着我们不断尝试中的一些可能性，更承载着
New possibilities we're exploring in the vision of the wider world. That is the biggest issue I already have with this place. It's like here, it's a restricted airspace that nobody knows about. Like, how in the world does that make sense? Like, people can just look up in the sky and be like, hey, there's a floating city. How does nobody know about this place? That doesn't make sense. Like, you can't keep that a secret.
在绝区链的故事里，罗斯凯利法是支撑新爱丽都的基石。
Unless it's like literally on the opposite end of the Earth. So like, oh, of course, new Eridu never sees it. It's literally nowhere near us.
这次既然到了天空这么高的地方，神将们也会有很多跟以往不一样的体验吧。当然，这次
Let me rewind that. I want to see what he said real quick. Every skyscraper begins from its foundations. We've made it to the sky. And for a whole different experience. Looks like it. Brand new things this time around. Every inch of the new area, every new design, every new change, they only exist because we want to give all the proxies a better experience. That sounds nice. You know, also be a better experience? Not losing 50-50s.
那么神将一定好奇，罗斯凯利法到底是一个什么样的地方呢
What does Roscafalia really like? They're not going to say the name Peter Luis. We're not going to get the official pronunciation. No!
Rose Califer, also known as the Celestial Nexus.
Rose Califer, got it. Oh, this is funny. I like this setup.
In other words, whatever you desire, you can find it here.
The first department is the Administrative Affairs Department, helmed by the Administrative Director Eldrada Sunbringer.
That is to say,
Eldrada Sunbringer.
The second department is the Central Computing Department, led by the Administrative Director Drakane Sunbringer.
Drakane Sunbringer.
At its core, it is a classified airspace zone independent of the urban district of New Eridu.
The third department is the Airspace Patrol Department, and its Administrative Director is
Lindbergh Sunbringer. So they haven't announced it. I would hope these are actually Sunbringer's kids and not like some, oh, they're not my kids. They're just related to me. God forbid we have playable agents that are also already parents. Because then we can't have self-insert into like our love fantasy or something. God forbid.
Yes, you have guessed it.
The fourth department is External Strategy Department, led by Administrative Director
Velina Sunbringer. Wait, what? Velina Agrid? Remember, it's not about what you do, it's who you know. Nepotism.
Managed by Administrative Direction
Flint. Claret Flint.
Oh, Miss Claret, as she preferred to be addressed.
Claret Flint? I mean Miss Claret? Bang boom!
In other words, it matters, but we would prefer that no unrelated personnel know why just yet.
哇，信息量好大，我还是需要消化一下。那不如让我们先来回顾一下神将的经历吧。在之前的故事里，我们得知拉米尔的真实身份竟然是初代虚手雷米尔丹。
First, yeah.
他们还见到了曾经属于他的虚兽武器塔乌米。
Remiel, Thamuel. Remiel turned into Ramiel, turned into Thamuel, and then we turned into whatever eldritch demon this is. What stories will turn beneath the surface? Let's have a look.
Guardians of Rose Califer.
Rose
For a
Califer.
long time, we remained hidden from the world.
You don't say.
But
What
isolation alone is no longer enough to withstand the Creator's threat. And because of that, Rose Califer must take a new step forward.
Are those people or robots?
Everyone, welcome to Rose Califer!
I think that's Norma's VA.
System online. Identity confirmed. Faith in.
We aren't Faithin. They keep doing this. We deleted that account. I'm gonna be annoyed by this. This is at normal speed.
Fresh black tea. Would you like a cup? The wind rises.
Oh, get it? Because she's a wind agent.
All right, time for some discipline. The wind scatters the path, and you're next.
I think I like this outfit over the skin they
You're
showed.
gonna make lots of new friends here. Some little friends.
That does make sense.
And some big friends.
They're gonna they're gonna make Piper retire. No.
Lady Sunbringer. What? 3?
Yeah, there are 3. I want to look at I'm only gonna pause on this one because I think this is actually cool. That way you can have your cake and eat it too. It's like, oh, you don't like this Sunbringer design? Well, we got this Sunbringer design.
Let's get to work, little ones. Bombardment. Fireworks show. I choose you.
She says, I choose you.
Eureka! 3, 2, 1. Blow 'em all up.
Think
This is
about
trippy.
your understanding. Everything you know.
Is Cecilia still with us?
Ever heard of the word enchainer?
Yeah,
The
what was that
lighthouse
Eldritch
still
demon?
stands, because we have stood shoulder to shoulder.
What is that?
Oh, please.
A bit more. I can do this. Pyrois.
Pyrois. Okay. That's not what I thought. I prefer Pariah Carry. It's actually close to Pariah.
Pyrois. Fight beside me.
Wield the blade with me.
Let's untie the reins.
Shoot him, Bill.
Flames will never die out. This is our destined end.
That's interesting.
正如大家在剧里面看到的，神将波澜壮阔的冒险故事来到了一个非常重要的。
Oh, that was weird with the audio
再
there.
次失控的力量，神将受邀前往了神秘的天空岛罗斯凯。
And here's like, here we're going to summarize everything that just happened, and that's
的
fine.
科技造物和科研设施。在这里，神将以特招转校生的身份顺利安顿
A
下来，
special
还得到了
transfer
针对性
student.
的治疗。
Okay.
不过
Hi, I'm
这
new
份力量
here.
到底
Oh
能
my
不能
gosh, are we going to an academy? Is this just season 3 from Wuthering Waves?
被掌握，还仍然是一个未知数。而且神将的这份力量似乎还有独属于自己的形态和名字——佩洛伊斯。
Unique
听起来
form and
就很简
name.
单。那么佩洛伊斯又是哪里
Pyrois.
又会把冒险引向何方？
Pyrois.
它的出现会给神将带来怎样的变化？相信神将们此刻脑海中
Countless
一定有很多
questions that the
问号吧
proxies have now.
目前可以透露的是
For now, what we can
佩洛伊
reveal,
斯
not only do we boast impressive combat
还为
skills,
神将带来一些全新的
fresh new
探索方式
exploration methods for the
那么关于这
proxies.
些
That's
谜题答
good.
案还请大家在接下来的故事里去寻找啦。与此同时啊，神将在经历了大大小小的冒险后，身体的疲劳也不容忽视。在开启新的冒险之前，是时候找个舒适的住处安顿下来，养精蓄锐一番。那么最好是房间宽敞、房客友善、装修气派、房价还很良心的那种。对这些要求，琥珀馆都能满足你。维琳娜已经在名为琥珀馆的宿舍里为大家安排好了房间。神将、比利还有西西弗
Proxies, Billy, and Cecilia. Oh, so basically, Cecilia basically just has to become our roommate.
我们可以和代理人住在同一栋楼里。
She's just our roommate now. They confirmed it.
最自由的角落，接下来就可以放心出门去城市里逛逛啦。神将所处的地区名叫布雅斯特。
This is also the best advertisement for Starlight Billy. It's like, hey, you're gonna live with this guy. Maybe you want to play with him.
比如说啊，去公共会场。
Oh my gosh, is this Congress? Is this a Senate?
的眼红耳赤，或者
Is this a congressional hearing?
看扮演棋子的帮部们博弈对抗。开设在某条小巷深处的焦点剧场也是个好去处，整个剧场从演员到观众全部都是帮部哦。这些嘛，确实是地面上的都市里绝对看不到的景象呢。帮部市民也有自己的工作、饮食。
Bangbus have their own job, foods, and
最大
lives.
的活力。
They're the heartbeat of the city. Most shops are inclusive. I wonder because they're doing Bang Boost City, I wonder if they'll go to like the throne quarter, because I think the throne quarter is where all the Thyrans, not all, a lot of Thyrans are. I think that would be interesting.
每逛几步都能发现一种罗斯凯利法独特的美食。
one that really centers on Thyrans. I mean, because obviously there are Thyrans everywhere in New Eridu. It's just they haven't really been like a primary focus. Maybe we'll see some Oni. Please show us other Oni that we know they exist. Yep. Brilliant to see him move in with us. That's interesting. That's already. If you had just said brilliant to see him move in, I'm already way more interested in the story now. Hopefully they actually do something and not just like, oh yeah, they're around but they don't really do anything. Like, okay, cool, we always love it. God forbid you use the characters you have. Travel promo video. Might take you on a hidden route? That's... Oh, this is pretty. Other than the daily life, exploration gameplay will be vastly different. Yes! Thank you! Please expand on what you started in Season 2 and then dropped. Like, actually, no, we're not going to do any more quests for Hollow stuff. Like, why? Solve puzzles or get some small perks. Universal terminal access. Oh, so this is already... I don't know what this is. This seems 10 times more interesting than whatever was in Season 2. I am already much more engaged. This looks so much more exciting to play. It doesn't matter if it literally is like objectively better. It feels more interesting than whatever Disintegration was.
还能接入无法直接接触到的设备哦。那看来神将今后可以做到更多意想不到的事情了。在 ES 的帮助下，神将还能接管无人机呢。接管成功后，神将就可以操作 ES 来移动它了。左右平移、上升下降全都不在话下。移动功能就是基础中的基础。
Movement function is just the basic controls. I'm going a bit quicker through this because we saw this in the demo. We can hack objects. We can ride on rails. Or we're not riding on a rail. We're just following the path. No, it's the it's the yellow paint trail. No, let us find it on our own. They have to put the yellow paint for players. I get it. Oh, and we're actually killing things. Why can't we summon? Why isn't Eos a bang boo that we can use in combat? Just execute enemies.
那罗斯凯利法既然是在天空之上，相庭探索的移动方式可就不能全靠神将的双腿了吧。
We can't possibly run around in this scam mall. The scam all. That's something that Nicole would run. The scam all hollow. That sounds like a name that Nicole gave it. Be like, oh, I've got the hollow just for you. Oh, this is how you get around? Like in the hall, that's interesting. It's literally rail. It is just, oh, okay. This looks so much more visually engaging than whatever they had in Season 2. I'm a fan of this. I don't care if it's tedious. I care if it's visually engaging. And not like overbearingly distracting. Oh, they have a high margin for error. Oh, it's like, yeah, if you're going to fail, we're not gonna make that easy for you. I appreciate that. That's not just an automatic thing. That's the worst. I think one of the worst things they could do is just automate everything. And it's like the optimal way to play the game is not do anything. Like, why'd you do that? Make players actually play your game, please. Singularity leakage are similar to Hollow, so if proxies encounter one through the exploration, be careful.
哪怕不幸被卷入进去，如果善加利用空洞的特质的话，危机也会迎刃而解。是的，进入叠加状态后，场景、物件，甚至是
I like the animations on that. That's cool.
整个氛围也变化了。比如说，一些正常状态下无法通过的地形，
Interesting.
可以通过了。 而一些正常状态下静止不动的机械设施，在叠加空间里会突然主动发起攻击。如果想要脱离，就要依靠佩洛伊斯的力量直接消除泄露起点本身了。见识了佩洛伊斯这样强大的空间力量，不禁期待以后的
The spatial power of Pyrois. I think that's. I can't remember how they pronounce it.
佩洛伊斯的这份力量可不止如此。
See, look at how they're saying
以
it.
后的探险会有怎样的展开啦？佩洛伊斯的这份
They're saying Pyrois. They're saying like the actual Greek pronunciation. That's how you're supposed to pronounce
力
it.
量可不止
But Bill
如此
says Pyrois.
本来神将们
It's
未
like
来慢慢
what?
发展呢，大家深入探索的时候，还请务必小心，此处出没着一些危险的家伙。比如说，自立强袭单位空域借术者，它拥有步行形态和炮台形态。
Oh, we got
拥有天
turrets.
空岛顶级的防御火力。
Oh, is he
行
gonna
动路上
shoot us while we
千万是要
explore?
小心
Yes!
攻击
That's
城堡
cool.
数位部本是数位天空岛
Training mode update! It's happening! Woo! They're updating training mode. Yes! We can stop asking for that.
重要设施的数位机甲，在泄露起点和空
It also this looks different too. Like that's not the normal layout for the training room.
岛
I
重
don't
要设
think
施
that wall pattern is very different.
的数位机甲，在泄露
Yes,
起
the
点
VR
和
training
公
room
共活
looks
动
to
内
be updated, unless this is just like a limited time mode. I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. We'll get back to it. Don't worry.
探索也变化了，比如说一些正常飞机变大了
Close
空
the
间力量
chat.
不经
Nope.
切必小心此火力行动路上
Don't worry, we
机
didn't
甲
miss
因
much.
侵蚀而失控，它装备有重型空地武器，面对想要闯入的不速之客，发动
It
远程射击
launch range
大型
attacks with
机动
heavy
台
air to
机塔布鲁
ground weaponry, and then there's this giant scorpion demon monster thingy.
并穿梭其中，机塔布鲁拥有护盾。
It's okay. We only lost about like that was a 7-second detour. It's fine.
护盾被击破时，神将能够对它造成
And they are really
大的伤害
showing, hey, this is the anomaly fight. We sure hope you have user hub for this fight.
有至少2名
At least two. Oh no, 2 characters with defensive
角色
assists.
黄
Okay.
光提示出现时，连续切换2次角色就能触发啦。
Oh,
欢迎神将
okay.
先来
That's
挑战
interesting. I want to see that again.
如果队伍里有至少
Again, more shilling for defensive assists, because God forbid they do anything with evasive
名砍刀
assists.
支援角色，黄光提示出现
The fact that they highlight that you need to have 2 defensive assist characters makes me think that they're going to actually do something with evasive assists later.
先来挑战。哎，天空岛上有这么多新的探索发现
Because evasive assists are actually better than defensive assists, because defensive assists, on some attacks, you're stuck in them. You can't do anything. But that never happens with evasive assists. You always take back priority.
新的名词出现了，是的，这是一个全
It's
新的
plus on block for those who don't know.
探索相关的指引和存档，比如刚刚讲到的这些互动解
Yes!
或是
Oh my
完
gosh.
成探索，都有
More
机会完成
puzzles,
互联网的特别
please!
任务。那么具体能收集到什么东西呢？比如说啊，像素童话
I
中
hope
的
they keep making more puzzles. I love the puzzle
神
aspect.
将就能完整看到岛上流传着的各种奇
Oh,
闻
this is how you unlock more mindscapes
商
for
品内的秘密区域内的
Pirouise.
还能得到关于夜晚巴士的神秘线索呢。还有新角色的信息档案也是可以收集的哦。随着主线、支线以
So,
及探索等进程
From what I
神将可以
know,
收集到各个角色的
Pirouise
分数信
is
息证明
technically
以及角色个人
an
档案
S rank, but like
这些信息
practically they're
都会在
probably an
互
A
联网的
rank.
特区档案里面存起来，
It's
供大家
they're
实
the
时查阅
MC,
收
so
集
they're
进度
given the
总数量
label
以
of
及相
S
应等级
rank.
也会显示在其
But
中
like,
遇到还未收集
are
的
they
档案
really-
在详情中也会给出指引，神将们追踪前往即可解锁啦。另外，方圈热点也不容错过，不管是时下最新的热点，还是岛上的日常消息，
Oh,
在这里都可以找到
actual
哦。
quests!
完全是一
Yes!
份
Oh my
岛上的日
gosh!
生活小百
You guys don't understand. In season 2, or you probably do understand. In season 2, all we had was like temple management quests. They were not the same. They were just not as good as regular quests.
我一定要
Oh
看
my
帮助视
gosh!
频和帮
Yes!
多会上的路演。更多玩法和事件就等待大家在
The
不联邦中
choir?
究竟啦。该系统在3.0版本上线之后，收集任务也将会在后续
After
版
the
本中继
launches,
续更新。
collection missions will also continue to be updated. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. You don't understand. When season 2 launched, they said here are a couple missions in the Hollow. They never did anything else with it. Like the missions you got at the start of season 2 were the only missions you got. You don't understand how frustrating that was. Oh my gosh. Yes.
并且啊，这个巨大的邦布雕像会随着系统等级提升发生外形的变化哦，能够变得更加酷炫了。而且随着收集进度，会有菲林等丰厚奖励可以领取哦。不仅如此，我们还为神将准备了十分特别的重磅奖励，具体是什么呢？让我们暂且先保密。神将们继续看
Big
节目就会
rewards
知
for
道了
proxies.
为了
We're
让
keeping
神
it a
将们不要错
secret.
过这里的每一份
When you upgrade it, or
特别的重磅奖励，具体是什么呢？让我们暂且先保密。
okay, that's basically saying, hey, we'll tell you at the anniversary.
神将们
It's like, hey, get ready for that anniversary. I'm pretty sure that's what they're
我们还准
saying.
备了一份特别的观览指南，在天书情报图册中，神将们跟随引导前去一探究竟吧。完成任务还能领取菲林等奖励哦。之前也有提到，罗斯凯里法的邦部居民占据全岛的大部分，是很重要的存在。但邦部们似乎也有自己的困扰。我从这些邦部们口中得知啊，罗斯凯里法似乎有一位天使
An angel in
正在暗中帮助他们解决很多问
Rose
题
Califer.
到底是真正的帮助
I wonder who that could be. If only we
这就
had.
不好说了
Oh my
因为
gosh.
维亚和
Maybe
诺姆
they're just delusional. Maybe they made it up. Maybe it's an angel of delusion. No, that'd be crazy.
代表了外测局研发出了一款新的邦部芯片。不幸的是
A new bamboo chip.
与最近频繁发生的
Oh, that's not like an upgrade thing in game. It's like a story
连
chip.
罗斯凯利法的高层似乎也被这件事情惊动了。
Are we gonna make?
与此同
Oh,
时
we're gonna turn the
罗斯凯利法的
bamboo
空洞园区
evil.
也
Is
出
that
现了这个
the
活动
the
在
plot?
调查过程中呢，我们遭遇了奇怪的蚁孩雷米亚的身影。
Goodbye, Pro. Thanks for joining.
听起来有很多新的危机啊。不过神将们不用担心，会有代理人相伴，比如把我们引导到罗斯凯利法的2位新朋友维琳娜和诺姆。 没错，维琳娜是外测局的董务官，主要负责新爱丽都和罗斯凯利法的往来协作事宜。她做事干练，条理清晰，控场能力一流。
And here's the intro for Velina. They're telling us a little bit about her character.
据说啊，维琳娜还
I think that makes sense. I wonder if this is her her wallpaper art, or if that's just like a random cinematic they
好
have.
像不少帮部在听到维琳娜的名字的时候都会瑟瑟发抖呢。另一位则是外测局
Norma,
首席技术
chief
官
technician of the
维琳娜看着个
ESD.
子矮，她可是帮部技术领域
He's
的
a
泰斗
titan.
级人物，也是马塞尔集团技术中枢的核心技术人员。和维琳
The
娜不同
Marcel group.
诺姆
We're getting to
对待帮部们的
Marcel
态度
stuff
就
finally.
亲切多啦。诺姆好像总能和帮部们打成一片，顺便再忽悠一群帮部来参加自己的实验项目。哎，真是厉害啊！那除了这两位，神将们应该还有一位在意了很久很久的代理人吧？我知道了，你说的是雷米埃尔。没错，在接下来的故事里，雷米埃尔也会和我们在罗斯。
Oh no, no way, we're going to encounter Remiel? But is it purely coincidental? Oh man, it's almost like we're teasing something.
果然还是一如既往的难以捉摸。不过听说他在罗斯凯利法好像有点不受欢迎，甚至是被通缉了。
Yeah, it's a wanted poster. Granted, Billy also has a wanted poster, technically, I think. I don't think he does.
背后藏着的秘密可不少啊。还有一些新朋友。
I think that was just for the promo video.
空域巡数局总务次官西格利德，听说他在这里流传着各种传奇故事。还有呀，大家都非常期待
The horse lady, Sigrid.
等等，刚刚的电视节目里好像提到了3位拥有不同名字的
3 different Sunbreakers.
他们之间到底是什么关系
Yeah, what's the relation? Please tell me they're actually like family and not just I cloned myself and made myself younger. Please let people actually be parents in this story.
说呢，关于婉宙女士好像出现了一些意外之外的情况呀。神咱们不要错过接下来的故事哦。
Oh, great, fantastic. They're just clones, fantastic.
直接跳到3.0。
I already know they're clones. No.
如果大家想回去体验跳过的主线章节，也是可以随时回去的。此外，维琳娜和诺姆的几支角色短片也将在后续公开。
Several short videos. Got it. That makes sense. Standard theory. What the heck is that face? No, not that face. No. That's so dumb. Brand new thumbnails with Norma. Fantastic.
我们稍事休息。
No, not this too. You're kidding. Why does Norma have the best images? What the heck?
精彩对话。
Not the panty and stocking. No. Okay, now this is like we can catch up on the actual thing because we're a little bit behind, but it's like look at that, we caught right back up. There's no intermission here.
接下来是代理人战斗相关的情报，在2.8版本中。
It's the face that I think it's funny, but it's going to be overused to the point where it's not interesting anymore.
风属性环境。
In 2.8 Wind, we're talking about more gameplay mechanics here.
首位风属性角色，没错，她就是维琳娜。
These subtitles are doubled. I don't know why, but they just are. But here's a thing about Wind and Velina. Fantastic, you don't say. They are. I think they gave Norman that stuff because they're desperate to sell second half characters. The second half agents always sell slightly weaker, just in terms of like raw sales data. Granted, you could just spend money at the start of the patch and then pull Norma later, but usually they put the best agent first because they know that makes more money. And here's everything about how to play the character, so I'll slow this down. You press your basic attack and you deal wind damage. Fantastic. And they're basically re-explaining, hey, here's how wind works as an attribute. A vortex will trigger in place of a disorder. So we're going to make a bajillion wind agents, and Miyabi can't use any of them. They're going to at this point, Miyabi's going to get a potential unlock that just gives her a polarity disorder, so she can actually do something.
输出的关键就在于如何利用好乱流了。而且当队伍中有2名异常
2 or more. Oh, that's her additional.
维琳娜造成的风化和乱流伤害还会进一步
If you put her in a wind or anomaly team, you will do more wind stuff. Now, they say you need another wind agent for that as well, which means they're just basically them soft confirming. Probably the next agent, or next couple agents will probably be wind as well.
此时乱流的伤害倍率也会大幅提高。
Oh, that's just it's an ice vortex.
当气旋消散时
And that's an ether vortex. That's interesting.
处于风化状态的敌人
That's visually interesting. Now, granted, I think it's still a bit like it's a bit noisy.
神咱们应该注意到了，气旋有着多种不同的颜色。是的， 弃权的不同颜色意味着它被其他属性。
Because like you can't even see what the enemy is inside there. I think at some point it could become like I can't tell what's going on inside there if you go frame by frame. But as a whole, I think it'll be fine.
效果，提高该属性与风属性的直接伤害。如果此时大气
Oh my gosh, they actually showed off Bernice. Can you believe it?
就会对染上对应的属性，并造成相应的属性伤害，还能降低敌人对该属性
Yeah, what's the
和风属性的
physical-
异常继续抗性。配合不同的属性产生不一样的效果，使得未来更多代理人的加入，维琳娜的潜力还会被进一步释放。
I don't think they showed off. I mean, maybe if they did, I didn't see anything special about the assault tornado. It didn't look orange.
长按补攻或特殊技，维琳娜将召唤大气旋，持续攻击敌人，并触发队友的快速支援，配合队友为气旋染上不同的属性。那么释放终结技的时候呢，维琳娜会挥舞巨扇，以凌厉又不失优雅的一击，将不受欢迎的敌人赶
Heed
出
the
他的茶会。
tempest.
战场如茶会，一切尽在他的掌握之中。不知道下一位收到茶会邀请的又会是谁呢？接下来出场的是 S 级火属性击破代理人。
Next is Norma. She just summons. She summons a ballistic missile for her ultimate. Okay.
诺姆拥有让队友额外释放连携技的能力。
She can trigger chain attacks and deploy missiles, drills. Drills? Don't tell Anton. He'll be too excited. Like, you have drills? Yeah.
大量伤害，并快速累积。
Deal massive damage. God no. Another stunner. Stunners can deal massive damage. Oh, fantastic.
头上的帽子扔至空中发动射击，超市命中敌人后。
What? This is not a normal team. Why? Why are these? Oh wait, that's okay. That's Lucia. I thought that was Volina because she has the exact same like face pose.
的快速支援。
I was going insane. Like, why'd you put Volina here?
将消耗这些特殊能量，把快速支援转化为连携技。看来这是诺姆配合队友打出。
Let me see that again. When the skill
当
hits.
诺姆积累了足够的预热糖温时，将消耗这些特殊能量，把快速支援转化为连携技。
Convert a quick assist
看来这
into
是
a chain
诺姆配合
attack.
队友
Okay.
打出高额伤害的重要资源呢。那么神将要如何获得
Evelyn
开
buffs.
局进入战场时
Evelyn's new best in slot. Watch out, Lighter.
随着诺姆战场接战时间的增加
Actually, I don't know if Evelyn wants
难道说诺姆
that many chain
要
attacks.
哎，并非如此啊。
Especially if you already have Astra, it's like, do you need more chain attacks?
代为积累。个人
Granted, you could
还会加速跑向诺姆。
remove Astra and put in a different
暂
character.
存的数额。诺姆扔出帽子攻击敌
Oh,
人，
her
触发
hat.
队友的快速支援。
Her hat just becomes a bang boo that
暂存
runs
数额
around. Okay.
诺姆扔出帽子攻击敌人，触发队友的
I
快
heard
速支援
that.
后
I never saw it in
诺姆
action.
将替代诺姆积累并暂存。简单来说，诺姆其实无需在前场，也可以
Simply put, Norma doesn't need to be on field. And her hat can accumulate this resource, but it's not an aftershock. It is specifically not an aftershock. Don't worry, guys.
真不愧是天才科学家的帽子，难道这就是传说中的储能 agent？ 哎，也没错。我们下面来看看特殊技。当能量足够时，点按发动强化特殊技。
And she summons
对
turrets.
敌人发射大量导弹。
That's so cool.
个人资源。主要攻击目标处于非失衡状态时，造成大量伤害并累积失衡值。
I wonder if there's like a mob, if they who they'll target.
更高额的伤害输出。
Because I can see Norma messing up some stun timings because her turrets target the wrong enemy. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to trigger a stun there. No, I have to reset now because of that.
放置2座炮塔，一定时间自动对敌人发起击枪。
Yeah, no way. A fire stunner who doesn't need to be on field. Yeah, don't say. I've never seen this before.
诺姆消耗个人资源，触发队友的连携技的时候，炮塔将转变为导弹射击，并持续一段时间。
It's interesting they're showing Starlight Billy for this because he's the one I would say who doesn't really care about an extra chain attack. If anything, this is a fantastic buff for Monato because Monato is desperate to stack up Yunquei tails and he just can't. The way they designed him is like, nope, you have no adrenaline. You're not going to get this stacked unless you stun the enemy. Norma's fantastic for that.
天才科学家可爱的外表下潜藏的是如此火烈的攻击方式。那么他在实战中表现如何？
Monato having that extra chain attack is actually a game changer for him because it means he can actually have full stacks of Yunquei tails more frequently. Where Starlight Billy, he already has that. Like, it is more damage, obviously, but like, it's not changing what Starlight Billy is doing.
当悬赏值足够时，寻找攻击间隙，切出诺姆，释放终结技。
I didn't hear anything about her extending the stun duration. So maybe she didn't, maybe she doesn't, and that'd be interesting. Finally, a stunner that doesn't have to like make stuns last 100 hours. And here's Pirois, as they said, or Pyrois if you're Belle. I'm just saying theoretically, because the issue with Dial-In, you can still get her ult, but your ult is like in place. Dial-In is so good. It's just you want to have the full stacks before you use your ult, but Monato can stack up Yunhui tails and still use his ult.
现在佩洛伊斯将作为强攻手，时刻保护着神将的安全，绝不让其身处险境。在战斗前，神将可以在
He's our persona, fantastic.
哥哥或者妹妹的身份及时装。佩洛伊斯出战时，与其搭档的神将也会相应的改变哦。
Oh, when Pyrrhus is in battle, their partner proxy will change accordingly. So you can actually play as Bell even though you're choosing Wise. If you started with Wise, you can still choose to play as Bell. That's great. That's fantastic. There's no need to gatekeep that behind like character selection, like at the launch of the game.
不同的终结技吗？没错
Yeah,
这是佩洛
4
伊斯强大
ults.
又独特的能力之一，并且啊。 每种招式在造成大量的以太属性
Each
伤害的同时
variation
还都带有不同的
comes
效
with
果
its own unique
发动
effect.
上分支终结技
The upper branch will charge and slash
佩洛伊斯
downward,
会蓄力下劈，获得日耳，并进入阳
gaining
光
prominence. Prominence revolt. That's a different
期
game.
间释放终结技，可以对失衡中的敌人造成更多伤害。发动下分支终结技凯旋坦途，
Triumphant Return.
佩洛伊斯会释放能量冲击，获得耀斑状态，提
The
高
Sunflare state. This is just a Dark Souls boss.
此时
This is just a Dark Souls character.
强化特殊技触发完美格挡，还可以补充日耳。
Solar
发动左
prominence.
分支终结技无拘剑士，当重击命中浸染状态下的敌人，还能打出额外伤害。发动最后一种终结技
When they're
六分支的
in the
涌现
contamination
琉球
state.
佩洛伊斯将凝聚能量，当重击命中失衡的敌人时
Totalize.
决算效果，造成
Oh my
巨额伤害
gosh, it can't
让敌人
be. Hugo's out of a
结束
job.
同样的终结技
No,
由神将提
Hugo,
供
they
更多的
stole
战术
your
选择
only
不愧
gimmick.
是神将贴身
No.
的好伙伴啊！此外，当队伍中存在击破或支援职业的代理人时，佩洛伊斯的许多招式将获得更高的暴击伤害。发动连携技也能恢复更多的宣赏值。
Chain attacks restore more decibels, and that's how they get people to buy for Norma. It's like, hey, we know you there's a good chance you might have Dial-In, but just in case you don't, you can actually just get Norma for
在
Pyrrhus.
实战中，
And I actually recommended that as probably the best team if you're just starting out, is to pull for Norma, and all of a sudden you're getting a free Pyrrhus, and you have a free Nicole as well. Just use that team.
额外的连携技为其回复更多的宣赏值
And oh my gosh, triple
随后
chain attacks? You
佩洛伊
don't
斯会
say.
发动终结技的下分支
With Astra,
给
that's
自己强
another
化
game changer as
并通过
well.
各种招式去积攒日耳，在敌人进入失衡时，可以消耗日耳，释放强。
When he's stunned, oh, he can. I thought it said he can't consume it. It's like, what do you mean he can't consume it? He can consume it to deal massive
以决
damage.
算给予敌人终结一击。这份力量还隐藏着太多的秘密。
This power still hides way too many secrets.
久的将
But I
来
believe that in the not so distant future, the proxy can fully master it. And by master it, I mean get all the mindscapes.
这样一定能完全将其掌握。与两位代理人一同登场的还有全新
Ultra
级
Jake.
帮部超级杰克。
What was wrong with normal
在
Jake?
战斗中，超级杰克进入飞行状态，连续射击敌
Oh,
人。
he's just
进
flying.
入连携后，将发射蓄力手炮，对前方范围内敌人施加大量伤害。
Whatever happened to the
以上
the
招式
bang
对敌人造
the
成
the bang
多
boo with guns that was in like 1.5 or something,
数伤害
or 1.6 that we had with like that we had in like an arena that was like in a top-down arena or something.
他还会为全队回复一定的
Whatever
能量
happened to that
并且
guy?
使自身的伤害提升哦。等等，说起帮部，我刚刚好像看到了一个
He spotted a weird figure.
罗斯凯利法是帮部之城，而我们无助又弱小的人类对帮部包围很正常嘛。
Getting surrounded by bang boo is completely
这
normal.
跟想象中的好像不太一样啊。
No, Eos. That's corny. I like it. What the heck? Have they been a simulate? What is this? This is nonsense. I appreciate it. Like obviously there's no reason to do this. They just do it for the love of the game.
天狗党的帮部真是多才多艺啊！我刚刚好像听见一声惨叫。
Did they just get abducted? They get turned into Bang Boo? Is that just the
就
plot?
被帮部抬走，然后暗地里给改造升级了。
Oh my god, it is! They just got, that's why the Bang Boo have long lives. They're just kidnapping people and turning them into Bang Boo. I didn't realize I didn't realize they had a Fazbear restaurant up in Roscalifer. I didn't realize endoskeletons were here. What the heck?
对哦。那接下来就由我们为大家带来
System updates. They're gonna talk about the training mode
随
update.
着3.0版本的更新
I like her
我们将
bow.
上
That's a
线
nice
全新
bow.
常驻活动玩法
You don't really see people wearing those
帮
size
帮
bows
先采
anymore.
用芯片
这个名字
But
听
it's
起来
cute.
和芯片计划有关系。
Sunbringer is a FNAF fan? That would honestly be hilarious if they just release like a really cheap, like a quickly and efficiently made, not cheap and like bad, but like a very simple and easy like horror mode that's just here's Bang Boo as the horror mascot franchise. William Afton Fire Stunner, maybe. That would be so funny. Here's like a very quick flash game with a couple variations. That's just survive the night without getting attacked by Bang Boo. That would be funny. Collecting collaborators, fantastic. So it looks like this is like a new system that's going to be happening regularly. Oh no, it's an event. Just kidding. I thought this was like a normal thing. So it's the Bang Boo battles in a different mode. Let me drink some water. My voice is hurting now.
重复获取的帮手能够用来提升他们的星级，使其变得更加强大。
在帮手数据集里，除了能看到他们的特质和职能等基本信息，还有作战技能详情。在升级升星之后，帮手的作战能力和特训等级也会得到相应的提升哦。
也要记得给他们更换帮模组，这些模组会进一步强化帮手的作战能力。神将如果遇到不满意的模组，
It looks extensive enough for what it is.
来替换哦。
They have not announced reruns yet. Or maybe they have. I am 40 seconds behind. But it's fine, we'll get there. Oh, this is a cool custom animation for Norma.
只要放置就能得到经验来变强了。看来诺姆还是很心善的嘛。
而在数域特训中，就轮到神将来发挥真正的实力，指挥帮手小队作战啦。
It said event, but I think it might be one of those permanent events.
以及各种不同的职能。
But it might also not be one that they don't update again. I hope they update modes. In the race explaining, here's how this event mode works.
不仅如此，数域特训里还将会有独特环境效果的关卡，以及能力各异的敌人，要合理利用机制哦。
I'm gonna wait for the live stream to end before I address my biggest concern with season 3.
比如获得更多新的小帮手，能提升集训经验值获取效率的好帮帮奖章，还能获取天才的特调系列模组更新道具等帮手养成资源，还能获得菲林、名片、称号等奖励。
So is this like a thing you do daily? That's interesting. It doesn't look like daily. It just those are mission. Okay, these are objectives to complete. Got it. I thought that was like a calendar date stuff. Like that seems interesting. Stress mode is a tougher challenge. They really made those models smaller. They make the Bang Boo look enormous here. What the heck?
诺姆还为神将准备了神星的每日速通功能。根据高压测试记录中，神将打倒强敌的最高等级和积分阶段，就能领取对应数量的帮手养成资源。也就是说，神将可以利用历史最高成绩来一键领取奖励啦。
Okay, that's neat. You still have to play it first. You can't just like, oh, I'm gonna skip this level. Like, no, you gotta play it. Daily quest. Okay, so it is like a daily thing. They want you to be playing this daily. I like that.
为了帮部门的美好未来，加油吧，神将！奥蕾利亚学院的王牌课程以孩对抗模拟预演，近期考试的通过率竟然下降到了0%。
乌木老师气得当场就晕过去了，神将该如何帮助他们呢？
维琳娜将邀请神将一起参加这次考核的模拟训练，完善
Oh, that's a pretty picture.
相关的考试数据。
谁能拒绝
They really put in a lot of effort. That right there, that's a lot of artistic effort there.
在战斗中
They could have made it even more, but they held back.
需要在规定时间内将出现的怪物消灭。
Is that Miyabi? Why is Miyabi here? Oh no, Miyabi, they nerfed you! No! Miyabi, come back! Yes, this is our new arcade game. You're like, oh, they're giving up on arcade. No, they haven't. You see how much effort they put into those modes? They literally had Billy playing the arcade in that recent thing. They want to keep adding these modes. Yes. This is Miyabi trying to fight her way out of nerfs. Like, no, I won't succumb to endgame nerfs. Oh, and you could play as different characters? There's Billy! Oh my gosh! A new mode where you have to get an S rank with Billy. You have to play perfectly. Oh, there's Sigrid. We finally get to see her splash art. I I think she looks pretty. I might pull for her. It depends on the story and the gameplay. But I think she's really pretty. Very regal and very pretty.
在活动跛脚乌鸦奇闻录中，一名自称是侦探的方布阿伯。
Also, she has armor, so I think that's always cool.
立即跟他走一趟。
It's not as much armor as it could have been, but like, I'll take what I can get. Are we law-abiding citizens?
需立即跟他走一趟。
No, no, we have specifically not always played by the rules. What are you talking about? That we were illegal proxies.
但我听说跛脚乌鸦侦探社可是很靠谱的，神将就跟着阿伯一起去看看吧。
第一桩委托的内容竟然是遛狗，这就是你说的很靠谱的侦探社吗？
千万不要小瞧了，这可是需要神将利用声音来帮助侦探完成委托的。
你是说声音？
Oh my gosh.
侦探寻找
Yeah, look at they're bringing these back. That's a lot of gigabytes for a tiny drive.
有很多声音中包含的信息也会很有帮助哦。
听起来是很新鲜的东西。
Oh my gosh, are we going to investigate stuff again?
是的，在活动期间，神将找阿伯查看委托材料，完成调查，然后记得要帮忙填写真相笔记哦。
这种事情怎么会交给？
科洛副社长说
Okay, this looks interesting. I hope it's not like super easy. I hope there's some challenge to this.
他也会第一时间发现的。
It looks like there's a little bit of challenge, but it looks like you're just word matching.
侦探社的这个忙还是很值得神将帮一把的吗？哎，阿姐，之前在 Z Talk 有提到。
Oh, we caught up. That's why it's buffering now because we're totally caught up.
对于钟爱战斗的神将，我们会推出。
We're rolling out more combat-focused gameplay for the proxies who love combat. I love combat. I also love like story pacing. So I will address that issue at the end if they don't talk about it. A new permanent game mode. Oh no. Annihilation simulacrum? Simulacrum. Simulacrum.
测试，最好的测试专家当然是
神将，
满分抢答。
I don't know how to pronounce that.
是以高难度 BOSS 挑战为核心的
A new permanent endgame mode. Now, will they update it? It could be permanent, but they just never update it.
分为常规和极限模式。本次将开放3名
There'll be new bosses for everyone to experience this new mode. There he is. There's oh, that's the new version of Sarah. I'll just call her Sarah. And that's Starlight Billy as a boss. And there's actually the White Komodo Monoto. He's not the doppelganger anymore. He's like the actual original white version. I appreciate that difference. Because I think they look cooler in these forms, but you never get to see them except once. Proxy need to... Let me read that again. And each boss will have new combat characteristics. And each proxy will need to address these characteristics to take them down smoothly. If they make one boss that requires evasive assist, people will freak out and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they would force me to play a character with an evasive assist.
神将通过招架强化特殊技能招式来压制 BOSS 以减少会盾值。当会盾值集满，则会进入狂暴状态，获得伤害提升。而如果被清空，它会进入非常虚弱的失衡状态。
我知道了，诀窍是通过操作清空会盾，然后趁着失衡状态疯狂出击。
是的。另外
The goal is to deplete his miasma shield and then do a lot of damage. Sounds like a normal fight.
更多放在代理人与 BOSS 的交互和机制应对本身。
少了弱点抗性的限制，那确实。
Without the weakness resistance restriction, there are definitely a lot more agents to choose from. Oh, that's right. They specifically said, yeah, we're removing weaknesses. But also, are they removing like strengths as well? That's interesting because that's a big equalizer. Now you can really choose a lot of different teams against these bosses. That's interesting. I like that. I think that's a good call. If they remove weaknesses, they remove resistances as well. I'm assuming if they're removing weaknesses, they remove resistances. I mean, we'll find out, but it would be weird to say, yeah, there's no more weakness, but we will still have like 3 different elemental resistances. Like, why'd you do that? And it looks like, oh my gosh. Regarding the agent standard mode, Proxy can use all trial agents at fixed enhancement level. And it looks like the entire roster. Hello? They let you play with everybody? That's what it looks like.
同时，我们也会为部分
Some agent will be equipped with extra combat enhancements. This sounds like some of them will get their Hollow Zero
额外的
gear.
战斗强化效果，帮助他们在这套挑战规则下
Or maybe they
更
just
充
get
分
like a
地
tiny
实现
bonus, whatever this says down here. I can't read that.
先在常规模式下熟悉机制，再到极限模式挑战更高强度的战斗，是这样吗？
没错，在极限难度下
In extreme mode, will provide okay. So this is the standard mode from what I'm hearing. This one is standard mode. And extreme mode is you have a much more limited roster to choose
我
from.
们会提供一组固定练度的可选代理人，希望在更统一的挑战条件下，让神将的表现更直接体现对 BOSS 机制的理解、判断和操作执行。
Yeah, this is gonna be the harder
加入玩法当中，
challenge.
希望神将们能在这里收获功课。
Was Norma even in here? I didn't see. Oh, she is there. They just wanted to use Dylan. They know the best team. They already know Dylan's better for Starlight Valley. No.
完成任务也别忘领取菲林等奖励哦。
为了研究人类组队作战的方式，阿邦博士专门研发了
I think if this is a mode that gets updated every week, I think people might get tired of it.
他急需一位精通虚拟战斗且人脉众多的人类朋友来协助完成研究。
I didn't see any like specific shield buffs though. I mean that could always change. It looks like hey, play to the gimmick of the boss, and that's way less restrict. That's way more open than like I'm going to buff physical sheer damage by 50%. It's like, oh, so that's only Starlight Billy. Like that's just one character. Oh, look, back to 2 agent modes.
估计是担心缺少输出吧。其实啊，只要队伍中的参战人员
Oh, wait, is this the mode where you fight the boss? Was that not a training room thing?
在活动中，每个关卡都存在不同的特性，神将
Okay, so you go back to 2 agent selections. Is this where you fought that boss? Was that not the training room? Was it just this room?
是担心缺少输出吧。其实啊，只要队伍中的参战人员有一定的共性，就可以顺利的通过关卡啦。
在任务中，神将可以使用2支2人小队接力战斗。
You used to Kame on myself. Why? Oh, that's right. You switch teams.
还能获得增益效果，此效果会随着接力不断升
It's
级。
funny because it's Dial-In. She's the phone person, and you called her.
继承给下一队伍的成员。
完成任务后会有驱动盘、定制器、菲林、称号等奖励哦。
So they're bringing that back. That's great. Why? It's just a maid.
每
Fantastic.
登录游戏即可免费领取其中一个盲盒。
是否可以
And here's more like, here's a scratch off event. Come every day and scratch something off to get rewards.
还能获得一枚黄金
Yeah,
汽水
it's a
瓶
daily
可以
thing.
去找帮部周边小贩再次交换一个盲盒。
值得一提的是，这里最特
Did I drop frames? I might have dropped frames. I can't tell. And it didn't say I dropped frames.
哇，是融化中的伊埃斯哎。
Maybe it was me.
拿下。
参与活动将可爱的盲盒们还有菲林等奖励通通带回家吧。
早安，罗斯凯利法活动中初入职场的小帮部
I am now a lot more behind because I took time to talk about
神将
stuff.
扮演职业导师的一集。
Oh, here's an online event. I'm going to speed through this a little bit just because, like, hey, here are events you are going to play through
而每一次抉择都将改变
that are fun. So I'm going to speed this up. Just not that it's bad. It's just like I get the gist of it.
回到当初做出抉择的时刻，让小帮部们经历更丰富多彩的一生。
完成活动任务即可领取活动专属称号、菲林等奖励。
特别提醒的是，这个活动会在今天开启，神将们要记得前往哦。
Oh, the event launches today. And they're like, hey, you want to get more pulls? Have fun farming for all that wind stuff that you can't get yet. So this is nice. They're confirming, here's the wind piece. It's the Valina piece. And here's the sky ablaze. Ether agent, the crit damage increases by 30%. So this is going to be, Julian will actually have a drive disc set. So all the people who farm Shadow Harmony are now crying. Like, no, I have to reform a new set.
接下来为大家介绍一下新版本的调频信息。
3.0
Oh, I turned off subtitles.
神将们通过独家评断领风银移和
Okay.
琳琅流星。
The reruns, I'm predicting this. I made some suggestions before. I think what they're doing, because they don't want to put Yeshun Guang in 3.1, and they don't want to put her in 3.2. I think they're going to make Yeshun Guang in 3.0. If they're putting her in 3.0, I then think they're going to put Suna in 3.0. Those are my guesses.
一起感受风的力量吧。
I thought it would be too early to do Yeshun Guang's rerun. But if they're thinking that that might conflict with the sales for Remiel in 3.1, then they might choose to make it 3.0 instead.
是我们的帮部研究小能手。
Those glowing effects weren't that obnoxious. Not that obnoxious were bad, but they were much more subtle than I think other previous ones were. Like, look at that. I think that's nice. I appreciate that kind of glowing. Because some glowing effects are like, they're just distracting. I'm not a big fan of Yuzuha's personally. Yep, here it is. Yeshun Guang.
在下半期就轮到我们的
And Asuna, there we go, fantastic.
大家不要错过哦。
I can make that video public.
信赖度事件以及动态壁纸也会随着新代理人的到来一并更新。
The video I was talking about, I can now just make public.
这次我们也带来了代理人时装的上新。
维琳娜在工作之余的闲暇时间，会邀请好友参加午后茶会。这时候，她会穿上一身漂亮时装，享受难得的欢乐时光。哦，我单压了。
溜溜溜。3.0 版本更新后，维琳娜的全新时装《侠石显影》将会上架商城开放购买。
听说这套时装的设计灵感是来源于蓝闪蝶和蜻蜓呢。
心灵飘逸，像风一样，为维琳娜换上这身时装，一起感受风的存在吧。
It's a neat outfit. I just don't know if I think her original outfit still looks good.
接下来
I think they're both good in their different ways. This is a more like I think this one looks less fancy. It has like a nice it's not a crop top exactly, but it looks like a tank top. And that's interesting. A double layer tank top. That's neat. It also, there's another way to say it, shows off her bosom in a slightly different fashion, and people will like that, I guess. This looks nice too. I like that.
上线的优化内容吧。
我们对角色的养成展示界面做了一些优化。
I turned off subtitles. What they say? Wait, what? For the character upgrade interface. Okay.
我们调整了战备评估界面的评级展示样式，现在能更直观地看到代理人的养成代替声像。在满足一定养成条件之后，系统会直接帮你统计这个代理人的有效副词条数量，方便大家把代理人提升到极致。
Okay, it's not a substat reroller. It's a substat like checker. Like, hey, you have these many substats.
其实养成上我还有一个痛点，像我平日里非常爱刷。
You know, I'm always grinding for drive discs, which ends up flooding my inventory. I don't seem to have enough time to manage them. I have had to do that recently. Smart drive disc discard function. Are they gonna copy the Honkai Star Rail one where you just discard ones that no agent will ever care about?
不用再一个一个点了。
已有功能，我们也在持续打磨。3.0 更新之后，如果你已经给某个代理人设置了特训目标
If you're training a select agent when tuning a drive disc at the store, they'll put it at the top. That's interesting.
的时候，系统会直接置顶特训方案内适配的4件套和2件套。
I think this is good for most players.
方便很多。
Obviously, you'll get the min-maxers who will say, actually, this other piece is a 2% damage increase. And then the rational people will be like, dude, that doesn't matter.
另外，快捷手册
for the vast majority of players, a 2% increase will not matter.
状态一目了然。
希望这些调整能为神将们的日常提供一些。
Oh, they put them in the top right this time. That's interesting.
神将时装的配饰中，帽子、头饰、耳环、眼镜。
Oh, now we can have general accessories.
考验是发挥奇思妙想的穿搭环节，期待神将们漫步城镇时的新面貌。
另外
That's neat. That's some good feedback.
玩法的演示视频。
这样就能方便神将们快速了解新活动的玩法啦。
I didn't see a reroller. I'm sorry, Polychromatica.
在角色的技能描述和怪物的敌情详解中增加了名词解析。
是的
I want to read that again. That went by really quickly. Simplifying, yes. Oh my gosh, you don't understand.
活动的玩法啦。
我们还会逐渐
Yes. Oh my gosh, I don't have to read Lighter's Core ever again. Lighter's Core is awful. And they also, I could tell they were doing this sort of thing, but like in the new agents have a lot of repeated text where it will say in one part of their kit, like Starlight Billy says in his basics say, these heal a little bit of HP. And then in his core, it says his basics heal a little HP. It's like, why'd you put that in there twice? All you're doing is make it wordy for no reason. Oh my gosh, yes. Summarize text. Players never again have to reread Lighter's Core. You're like, what the heck is this saying? Visual upgrades? Oh no, is this... I mean, that looks pretty. It's just, I don't know if most people are going to be able to run it. A panoramic view. I think it'll be good for photo mode. Oh, I like the lighting a lot better. I think this will be good for like photos and stuff. I don't think I'll turn it on if it affects regular gameplay. I think that might be an issue. Because already there's some, right after an update, Zenless starts to, there's a lot of lag because they're compiling shaders and whatnot. I like that. That looks pretty. I think it's something that looks pretty, but like, I think the game already looks really good without it. It's just more, it's more immersive. Oh, that's really, I like that. It's more immersive. What the heck is this statue? Yeah, DLSS, fantastic. I don't have that.
对于追求更高帧率的玩家，我们也在设置中加上了真生成选项，进一步提升流畅。
The I think for most players, the performance one is one they will, for end game runners, they'll care about the performance for most casual players, they'll care about it looking prettier.
欢迎神将们在新版本中亲自感受这
Not
个
that
美
there's anything wrong with either. It's just
回归帝都共启新章，
I will probably keep it at my
邀请好友回归
settings.
或注册游戏，最高领340菲林。
Oh, they're giving you the
回归神将
Ambi
6神将
statue.
您邀请码可得60菲林。
Or you have to draw it. It's a
游戏机
lottery.
300菲林等，赶快来参与吧！
接下来让我们看看游戏外有哪些精彩内容吧。
哎，你还记不记得2.8版本前瞻节目中 Z 先生给大家预告了《绝区零》即将上线 Steam 平台？
Yeah, we're coming to
当然记
Steam.
得，相信有不少神将和我一样，已经把游戏加入愿望单，静候发布了吧？
承蒙厚爱，不负各位神将的期待，《绝区零》将于2026年
June
6月
14th. I think that's when season 3 is launching, and that makes the most sense.
平台，届时欢迎各位神将前来体验。
更多详情也将在官方社媒账号陆续发布，各位神将不要错过啦！
惊喜不止在线上，线下同样有精彩活动等待各位神将参与。
没错，在今年7月，绝区零仍将参展于美国洛杉矶举办的 Anime Expo。除了精美的限定周边外，届时
I like the perfect Chinese anime expo.
很有趣的现场活动。
That's funny.
欢迎各位神将来。
I always like it when you have to do this type of stuff with
一年一度的
languages.
Hoyo Fest 也将如期
Hoyo
与大家
Fest
见
too.
面。
Monato, yeah, he got the drip.
在新加坡、马来西亚、菲律宾、泰国、越南、印尼正式开启。今年仍然为大家精心准备了展台打卡、舞台互动、游戏试玩、周边贩售等精彩活动，我们不见不散。
神将们可以持续关注官方社媒，获取更多活动详细信息。
既然我们马上就要前往罗斯凯利法了，是不是应该给神将们准备一个精致的出行礼包？
早有安排，神将们最需要的旅途预约好物已经早
We
就
prepared all the travel essentials.
箱里了。
里面到底是什么呀？神神秘秘的。
这就打开给大家看看。
Oh no, is it a mystery box? What is this? Oh, it's a transition to their new. Oh my gosh. Why? Get him off!
好久不见，很开心今天能到这里。
I'm stoked to see you today.
前往
We're
罗斯
proud
凯
to
利法
announce that in 3.0, we're going to give a potential unlock to Miyabi.
天空
She
岛
will now give herself a polarity disorder.
罗斯凯利法有不同于新爱丽都的人文风情，各位神将即将以转校生身份踏入这座都市。为了帮助大家更好的融入这里，我们会送出一套贴合当地风格的神
Oh,
将
yeah, here's the outfits for us. Obviously, we saw them the whole time. That's kind of
时装
obvious.
配饰。随着深入罗斯凯利法，神将将正式掌握一份特殊的力量。
Here's
佩洛伊斯
Hidoise, who's also going to be
为了进入这个
free.
代理人佩洛伊斯将作为启程礼物送给大家。此外，在未来的数个版本内，随着剧情的推进和玩法的扩展，我们还会送出它全部的演化和专属的殷勤。希望佩洛伊斯
Oh,
能够陪伴神将
that's
共同。
weird. I don't know if I feel comfortable with this art. That feels a bit weird. I don't like this at all. What the
而对
heck?
我们自己来说，这座天空岛就是一个新的起点。回忆过去，从6分界到未飞地，有一些大胆但诚恳的一步。坦白说，不能算是完美，
You don't say.
但也正在
We
过往
had some
的基础
mistakes
上我
along
们
the
都做
way.
出充分的准备。绝区零第3季会以各个维度上以更完整的面貌。
In a more complete form in every way. I hope that's
真
true.
的很感谢各位神将。
That's again, this is all marketing. That's what you want to tell the players. You don't want to tell players, oh, by the way, we're going to have a worse season. It's like, of course, you're not going to say that.
我们会在3.0版本送出总计
Distributing
1600
polychromes.
这是有给予
Okay.
神将们
That's
在
10
当
pulls.
天上线即可
That's
领取
nice.
500菲林，而在7月4日，也就是绝区零生日当天，神将就可以领取1000菲林。另外，
July
在上下榜签到活
4th.
动中
That
神
is
将
the
们到场可以
anniversary.
分别获得
Exactly,
10
I
奖
think.
和10张颁布权。希望大家喜欢，也期待能同各位神将在天空岛相遇。最后，大家期待的绝区零2周年庆典也已经在紧锣密鼓的筹备当中了。
Yep. Preparations are in full
正式
swing.
开启，希望与各位神将一同庆祝。
We hope you'll celebrate that special day with
我们
us.
云端见。
Which is basically their way of saying all the cool stuff, like all the super fancy stuff, is going to be for the anniversary. And I think that makes sense. I think I'll say this for the end, because I think we're basically right at the end. Oh my gosh, are they gonna have a fight? Oh, they're fighting! They're assaulting him! What the heck? That's assault! Call the cops! Call Julia and get Seth! Get him! Oh gosh! What's the Bangbu police guy? Oh gosh, I should know his name. Oh gosh. Why can't I remember his name? Who's the Bangbu police guy you played with in season 1? Not played with, but that you had story missions with. The Batman guy. The Bangbu Batman. He was like, where are the Bangbu? Kami North! That's it! Kami North! Get Kami North on the case! That's Bangbu on Bangbu violence! What the heck? You can't show that game? So I enjoyed that. Lots of good things to see. The one thing they didn't mention is that we saw what looked like a training room update, and then it looked like it was just for that event. So that was not, I don't think that was a training room update. Very unfortunate. It looked like we had a new enemy in the room, and I think it was over here-ish. Yeah, it was right here. At first, I thought this is the enemy in the training room. It might be, but they didn't talk about it. So I'm not sure. It looks like it is, but they didn't talk about it. So I'm hesitant to say that this is an update. Normally, because they would probably just, if it was an update, they would probably just say it, you know? Or maybe they think it's like, it's something so niche that only a select few players actually care about. Anyway, I'm going to make public my video. So guys, if you want to watch my Yeshongguang video really early, you guys can watch it there in the chat. I'm going to talk about some stuff, so I'm going to start playing music in the background again. And let me get on a good ending screen. There we go. So that way y'all have something to look at. So my biggest concern with season 3, which they did not address, and I didn't think they would address it here, is after going through the season 2 story, I think one of the biggest flaws in season 2 was pacing. Story, not just story pacing, but gameplay pacing. The way season 2 started was you basically had an hour-and-a-half story, followed by an hour-long gameplay tutorial, followed by another hour-and-a-half story. And I think for a lot of players, that story and gameplay was just filled to the brim with a bunch of tutorials. And I think that turned off a lot of players. Like, I think a lot of players were really unsatisfied with that. It's like, here's how to play the game. And it's like, I already know how to play the game. Why are you doing this to me? And I know they have to do that because if players just skipped 2.0, then they don't know what they're doing. I get that. It is also just still frustrating for most players when it's very heavy-handed. Here's how to play the game again. It's like, I already know how to play the game. Please don't baby me. It's one thing when you're starting a brand new game and you're starting from the ground up, like Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 3. It's like, well, you're going to have like a slight intro level still. But you don't have to treat the player like, oh, you've never played a game before? Look at the object and press a button. It's like, I get it. I could intuit that. Let me open Discord real quick. Because the people are around, maybe they'll invite me for their call. Maybe, maybe not. I'm fine regardless. It's only... Okay, we still got good time. Create posts. I'm doing some post creation stuff. ZZZ. Oh, I have to give it a flare, and then I'll post this to Discord places. Oops, why'd it pop up there? That's interesting. So I hope to continue with what I was saying. I hope the season 3 gameplay story integration is done in a less obnoxious way. I hope it is much more fluid. I hope it is much more engaging. I hope the story doesn't stumble over itself, trying to force new, like slightly different gameplay, and then be like, "Hey, you've never done this before. You want to relearn how to do it all again?" It's like I'd rather not. You could just trust the longtime players to figure it out, sort of, you know. They already do tutorial in the first couple chapters. You don't need it again. That's correct, Jam Jalopy, but they do that anyway. Looking at 2 to 3, there's a big jump in narrative. Yeah, I guess I think that's right. Also, I think they did the correct thing, where I think I might make this its own video. I'm going to make this in a different video, but I think a lot of hate was directed towards Yixuan for things that had nothing to do with her. And like the frustration of season 2 as a whole has been put onto the title character of the season. So I think that's why that character has gotten a lot of, I would say, unfair animosity. Not that it's unfair to have animosity, but it's animosity that has been directed towards her that had nothing to do with her directly. It had stuff to do with her because the game was pushing her and marketing her as, this is the character you should be pulling. She's the Void Hunter, but not yet. She's a Void Hunter, but she actually is. And look at how powerful she is. She completely changes everything. Wow, isn't this interesting? Don't you want to pull for Yixuan? And I think the way season 2 was handled, she got a lot of hate directed towards her that probably shouldn't have been towards her, but towards the game as a whole. But because she was the face of the game, it got put on her. Let me check this real quick. Where is he? Down, 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 down. So yeah, look, guys, tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna stop recording this real quick because I think I'm done with most of the stuff I would have recorded anyway. I'm not gonna stop streaming, just stop recording on my end, you know. I mean, in the meantime, I'm trying to look stuff up real quick. In the meantime, I could try to like do some stuff with like the modding stuff that I need to eventually go back to working on, but I just haven't. And I don't have much to say now because most of the stuff I wanted to say, I said during the live stream. And that's what I really love about having this tool. It's called global speed. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's this little extension up here. It lets me dynamically change the speed whenever I want. So I can go really fast. And I can go really slow if I want to. And so that allows me to like more easily, hey, I wanted to make the point that like, wow, they just copy pasted the panty and is it long stocking? Whatever, panty and stocking art style for Norma for some reason. And I can talk about that without like getting behind. Yeah, they didn't say 3.0 was going to be shorter. So I think that means they're going to miss their anniversary by about 2 weeks, basically. Or like a week and a half. I think that's fine. Basically, they can just any patch they want can just be the anniversary patch. It's not like an official thing. Yeah, I hope we learn. I mean, I think that's the point of this whole season 3 story is like, what the heck is Pirois? Who are they? Why are they? We can go back to the rail grinding with Pirois here. And I'll get the Sonic music ready. Sonic Heroes music. No, I deleted it. I need to put it back in this playlist then. Power plant, come on. I'll have to wait to load in because I still haven't unzipped the folder, so it's like trying to unzip it dynamically or something. I don't know. Oh, it could be Rail. That's what I'm looking for. Rail Canyon. That's what the one I was looking for. I got Power Plant, but I meant to get Rail Canyon. That's the one I was really thinking of. That's not what I want to do. Sorry, I know not much is happening on screen. I'm doing stuff in the background, that's why. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. There's that in Bullet Station. Hold on. Let's do this Bullet Station. I think it's a bit more ahead. Okay, let me start over then. Hold up. Make it more cinematic. Correct, GM Jalopy. That is definitely an anniversary thing. They're not going to do that for 3.0 because people already be excited for the stuff that's in 3.0. If they're going to do potential unlock stuff, that's definitely an anniversary thing for 3.1. They showed Caesar in the elite, extreme version of that boss, of that challenge mode. Maybe that's gonna be, maybe they're gonna do that there. Maybe, who knows? I have to make one more thing on my video real quick. Shout out. No, I have to do it in this place over here. I can't do it in the comments, I don't think. Let me try to do this here. I have to go back to the correct music now. This is Rail Canyon now. I'm still waiting to see if other creators are ready to join calls or not. Or I think they're still doing their talks for, here's what I think about the patch and here's what you should do. I'm not going to do that because I already gave my full thoughts, basically. And the thoughts I want to give, I would just put in the video cut from the live stream, you know? Yeah, I was expecting if they're going to add more characters to the shop Polychromatica, they would do it in 3.1 because they don't want to. If they put everything in 3.0, then there's no real hype for 3.1, and that's the thing. I think they are better pacing out the excitement for season 3 by waiting for some of that stuff until 3.1. Let's see here. Chat, if you're still around, if you're still listening, type 1 if you're going to pull for Norma, 2 if you're going, sorry, 1 for Valina, 2 for Norma, and then 1 and 2 for Valina and Norma. What I think is interesting is that they're releasing 2 characters who really don't have a lot of synergy. Like, usually how they release agents is that they will release, at least for the start of a season, they release 2 agents back to back that have high synergy. So for instance, maybe not season 1, because season 1 was like the start of thing, but season 2 was Yishuan and then Jufufu. Those work pretty well together. Next was Yuzuha and Alice, and those 2 work pretty well together. And then next was Seed and Orphe, and those work decently together. And next was Lucia and Idhari, and those work really well together. And here we're getting Valina, an Anomaly agent who doesn't care about stun, and Norma, a stun agent who doesn't care about Anomaly. So that's kind of interesting. I'm interested in seeing the 2s. I think that's a good sign. Because again, second banner agents always usually sell worse. In terms of like, it's not just they sell worse, but they also put more focus on getting players to pull the first half agents, and therefore I think they slightly overtune first half agents. Now, granted, because Norma and Valina don't have a direct synergy with each other, if you get Valina and not Norma, your Valina team isn't suffering for that. And if you get Norma and not Valina, your Anomaly team, your Norma team isn't suffering because you didn't get Valina. So I think that's a good thing. If I could pull the, because basically I can find Sigrid's icon again. I don't know where they showed it last time. Oh, it's not in here. That's the wrong video. Like, why? Where is Sigrid in the gameplay demo? It's like, that's the wrong one. It was like somewhere around here-ish. Yeah. I think if I'm going to pull for any character, I think, first and foremost, I think I am most interested in Sigrid. And then maybe Remiel. It depends on what they do with her story and what her gameplay is going to be. You know, it all depends. And then Valina, maybe? It's hard for me to make strong like decisions about these characters before I actually get their stories. Because it might be that like I think Valina has cool gameplay, but the story is just really not interesting. And so it's like, man, I thought you would be more interesting. Normal for Soldier 11 is not too bad. That's more fire suppressions. Again, it's another fire stunner has hit the building. That's 4 now, I think. Yeah, it's 4. And they might be unlocking Kaleda's potential soon. So, you know, Lighter, if that's the case, Lighter has been the last updated agent, because Kaleda did get updated in season 2. People forget about that. I don't. It was a stupid update. Let me go back to playing this music. I think the other CCs are doing stuff right. They're actively recording videos. Because again, I'm going to repeat this because I have nothing else to say. They do all their recordings like post. Like I do my reactions live. Like I'm doing my reaction in discussions I want to see live, and I might make like a short compilation like here, or like because I'm going to make that gameplay demo thing its own video, as in like discussions I had about the gameplay demo into its own video. And then I'll do, as in like the nature of the gameplay demo, not this, but like the whole IGN thing. I'm going to make that its own video. And then I'll make the actual what's in here its separate video with the rest of the season 2 stuff. Not season 2, season 3. Because that just makes the most sense. And also why I didn't want to do a separate video for that is because like if I react to it early, some people will watch it, but then some people will just conflate it with, oh, so he's reacted to season 3, and I've already seen his season 3 live stream. They're the same thing. It's like, well, they're technically different, but they're fundamentally the same thing, because one is only gameplay and one is basically information and gameplay. So that's the other reason why I didn't want to do 2 videos back to back like that. After this, I think I will be taking a break from making brand new stuff, just because there's other stuff I need to work on. I have other real life responsibilities I need to focus on. I'm not quitting the game. I'm just not going to be making like a ton of brand new stuff. It's also hard to make a ton of brand new stuff before season 3 comes out that isn't just, if you're a new player, here's the tips to start playing the game. Number 1, don't buy anything from the Bang Boo store. They're a scam. Don't spend your Denny's there. Hedgehog, I have something unfortunate to tell you. There's a good chance they don't rerun Lighter again. There's a strong possibility they just toss him in the shop. Now, granted, Hedgehog, that's not a problem if you want his Mindscape and W engine, because the anniversary is probably just going to say, hey, here are the agents in the collectible exchange. Just grab one. We don't care. We gave up on selling them, and they're not as strong anymore. And because they've done that with the standard agents already, I don't see why they wouldn't do it with the collectible exchange. It also gives players a stronger reason to pull for Jane, because like it's actually surprising they didn't show Jane at all in any of the footage. They showed Bernice though. That's interesting. Oh, maybe they did show Jane. Maybe I'm crazy. I think maybe they showed Jane with Valina in the windswept stuff. We can look at that again real quick. That's not windswept. Where is her gameplay? It's back here. Good. Oh, I have to go to a different... Oh, thanks for tuning in. It's like, yes, I am still tuned in. Let's find this. No, I don't see her. I see Nangong. I see Promia. I saw Bernice. I saw Yuzuha. Yeah, this just looks like a regular tornado. It didn't look like a special assault tornado. Yeah, I didn't see Jane here at all. That's interesting. So that confuses things. That makes things a lot tougher then. Because the best time to just give away a free agent is the anniversary. They are most likely going to do that. And I would assume they're just going to make it the collectible exchange thing, because why not? You're not going to rerun those characters again. So why? I'm interested as to why they wouldn't show off Jane even a little bit. And obviously they said some stuff we are wanting to hear, but all I care about is if they actually do it. Because they can say all the wonderful stuff about, oh yeah, we love, we want to do all this great stuff for players. We really want to do our best for them. It's like, okay, well, you have to actually do it. You know, you can't just say you'll do it. You have to deliver. And I will say one final thing. I said this a bit earlier, but I think they showed it. Did they show it in here? In this, yeah, I think they showed it in this demo over here. I wonder if these are I almost said animatronics. I'm still thinking about the Freddy Fazbear horror game from Sunbringer. Where are the... Yes. I'm hoping this is not an instance of, oh, it's more time travel stuff. I found the crystal door that led me to the past and I can just clone myself whenever I want. I hope that's not the case. I hope that these are like actual individual people who are have their own wants and dreams that are not just clones of Sunbringer, but different. Or it's clones of the original Void Hunter Sunbringer. I hope that they are actually like a family, that they actually have a family dynamic. Because I think parent stories can be really good, but gacha games are allergic to them, because then you can't have your self-insert love fantasy with them. It's like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone with a kid. It's like, God forbid you be friends with someone who has a kid. Because I want to have my fantasies with them. It's like, okay, I get it, but like, you could also have good stories. Okay. From what I'm seeing, it looks like Kente already ended stream, surprisingly. I can try to see if ALG wants to... We can talk with him. Oh, no, he's also ending stream, too. Okay, it looks like most of the CCs are just ending stream. I mean, I could keep streaming. I just don't know what else I would do, personally. I mean, I could start doing some modding stuff, but I don't know how many people want to stick around for that. Like, if I go to the live, it's like, Blender. I think it's the people being like, oh, I don't want to get a trust event where I'm not the primary focus and they're not telling me how wonderful I am. I think some people think that unironically, and it's like, okay, you know, you sound like it sound incredibly weird, right? There is a simpler way to do this. I don't know. Wait, I don't need to copy that. I need to change these from English to, not English, from Chinese/Japanese to a language that won't make 3ds Max crash. This is toes. And I have to make this left toes. And this should be, I forgot what this was. Well, actually, I should do this to make sure. Oops, that's not what I want. Do that to make sure I can find all the ones with toes. Just do them here. Perfect. That's all of that. And there's a way to make this easier, but okay, here's a fun thing. If I do this method here, where this is the official Billy model, I'm trying to import it into another modeling software so I can import it into a different game. And you have to do it that way because that's the only way they had it fully fleshed out. I could instead try to find someone else. Someone else did make their own version of a Billy model, but I also want to have a Starlight Billy model. And the last time I checked was about 2 weeks ago. There wasn't one. So I can look for it again. It should be under here. If it is under here, then we'll see it. Nope, there's still no Starlight Billy model under here, unfortunately. I can try to type it in, Starlight Billy. Nope, I don't see it. Unfortunate. So regardless, I would have to do this with Starlight Billy's model for the thing that I'm trying to do. Because there is a regular Billy model. It's right here. It's this one, or it's basically this. And it's not the official model, so that means I can actually make it public, but I can't find a Starlight Billy model that isn't just here's the official model. So I'd have to do this for Starlight Billy anyway. And this is, I forgot what this name is. Leg, that's right. Oh, it says left leg, the leg D. I'm also changing these letters because sometimes if you are, especially because I've been in Japan, if you are in Japan, then the alphabet itself is a slightly different font. Like they use a different font for that stuff. It's kind of interesting. This leg. Well, that's counting. This is, wait, Shadow. This is Shadow. Shadow the leg hog. And then there's this, which is slightly different. I think it's like lower leg. Oh, it's like toes EX, like toes 2. left. I'll just do leg toes. Hopefully this works, because if this doesn't work, I might be in trouble. Right. Okay. And if I don't remove, because what will happen is 3ds Max will be like, oh yeah, I can import this model, and then it will just crash. You're like, wait, why did that happen? Like, because it can't read foreign languages for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't make them. There was the game I'm trying to import them into. They did start working with a Blender version, so that way you could do it through Blender, and then they stopped halfway through. They never finished it. So, I'm gonna have the joy of doing all this. It's left shoulder. I just have to make sure all this official name text gets removed. And I think that should solve the issue. I'm hoping it does. As long as all the names are consistent, that should be fine. Theoretically, I'm hoping that solves it. I'm not looking at OBS right now. Looking at chat. Okay, y'all are fine. I am excited to see the new. It's not exactly endgame, but it's that new different endgame mode they have. I'll be excited to see people complain about it. See, look at this one. This one is like a different font from a normal one. It's very fascinating. So if I don't catch that, then 3ds Max might say, I'm gonna crash because I don't know what that strange letter is. Like the one. Oh, here are more. Here they are. Get them all out of the way. Ooh, there are a couple of those. What else? What else? What else? It's doing pretty well. Makes sense. I had that video prepped. If you guys want to leave, perfectly fine. I just published, not just published, but I've published a new video. So I would appreciate it if you go checked it out, gave it a listen. It's my thoughts about Ye Guang's rerun. I'll post it in chat again in case y'all are interested. Because I might be ending stream soon. I'm just biding time. Because eventually I will have to leave to do stuff with family. You know, something to do with my birthday or whatnot. I can't believe it. I also have to take care of my grandmother. That's also the main reason I'll be leaving first. What was it before? Little finger. Is that pinky finger? I think so. No. Which one is this? Oh, it's okay. This is. I need another translator. Like that little fingers. Like, what does that mean? It just means little finger. Okay. That surprisingly that did not help. I could play Ace Combat music instead. That would be more exciting, but this is supposed to be a chill stream. Okay. And as long as they're all the same consistent name, then this should be fine. Because if this doesn't work, then I will be not stuck, but the thing I'm planning to do won't work. Because I do need, if I can't do this with regular Billy, then it's not going to work with Starlight Billy either. The fun project, it just has to work. First, that's right. Little left finger. First. And then we have to do it for the right side, because he has 2 hands. I can start with the bottom one, because we just copied that. Normally I don't like when you hear the guitar slides in the song, but I actually like it in this song because it's not like a really loud squeak. Because sometimes, like, depending on the song, it's a really, like, it's not a shriek, but they're really noticeable. It's like, ooh, I'm not a big fan of those. Uh-oh, was I not getting rid of the, hold on. Go back to right. Need to go back to that spot I was at. I think I misnamed some of them. Yep, look at that. Get rid of the right. I mean, as long as they're consistent, it should be fine. I just don't want to make it wrong. This is just fingers. Right fingers. This is left fingers. Are people playing Arcanite's Enfield? Mifu just came out. She looks kind of interesting. Her gameplay, I mean. She looks really pretty too, but her gameplay looks interesting. Ring finger, that's it. Left ring finger. Yeah, sorry if I've been missing your messages. I've been paying attention to what I've been doing. Sorry. Thank you for joining me, Anguyen. Thanks for joining me, Polychromatica. Oops. I think that's fair. The reason I don't show like myself playing Enfield is not because I don't want to. I just don't know if it's like I think it's definitely a good like background stream game where it's a stream you put on if you don't want to watch the game. Not that you don't want to watch it, but you're fine with like putting it on the background while you're doing other things. And I think that's fair. I think that's still enjoyable. I just don't know how I would if I would be good at doing that, you know? Because you're always worried about if you're just sitting there like looking at your factory and you're like, I wonder if I should do this, and then you get someone who like trying to backseat you from like they're just trying to help, but it's like you got to go at your that's not the point. The point is like to go at your own pace sort of thing, you know? So and then well, that was not the right thing. There we go. Get the right side while we're at it. Why does it say 0? It shouldn't say 0. That's fair. I think I have heard people talking about Enfield not doing too well. I don't know how true that is. I don't completely disagree with them, though. I don't think it's probably doing as well as they're hoping. But I think that's because that's the nature of the game itself. Like, it's not the kind of game like Wuthering Waves or Zenless. There's a lot of, like, tedious stuff in Endfield that is part of the game's core design. And if you don't like that, then you can't really, like, go around it. Like, you kind of have to do factory stuff at some point. Oh, put that right there. Yeah, that too. He had a long patch with a banner that was just reruns. Granted, they were good reruns because all the characters on there were characters that have synergy with the next agents. They reran Gilberta and Levitane. And then they also had the Russian Pog what's his face, and the healer, I can't remember her name. And so I think those four agents, those four operators on one patch is actually really good because those are like characters people actually want. And then they're releasing a fire character that's a support. So it's a support for a fire DPS. And then they're releasing a real S rank. Well, it's 6-star. It's stars. 6-star physical DPS. So it makes sense to have like the physical supports on that previous banner. But I do agree, it did feel like it lasted forever. Where it's like, wow, they are really dragging this out. I also think some people are slightly upset that Mifu doesn't have specific synergy with her boss. Hello, Defik. We're just doing some Blender stuff, some tedious stuff in Blender because 3ds Max is a pain. This all has to go into 3ds Max, unfortunately. Thumb, that's what this is. Thumb 0. The Zenless 0. Left thumb. 0. Left thumb 0. Left thumb 1. No, this is first, sorry. Not 3, first. I don't think it makes a difference as long as you're consistent, but I just want to keep it the same. And because this is the official model, I don't think I'm legally allowed to share this either. That's the other problem. It's like, hey, you are using our model for this thing, therefore you're not legally allowed to distribute it. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Oh yeah, the weapon currency. I think the weapon currency is interesting in Arknights. I don't have... Oh, I can't. I shouldn't do that there. I should do it down here, though. The other issue is once you start doing that, you have to go all the way back down to where you were to find the ancient texts, the crazy texts, the foreign languages. How dare they put foreign languages in my hyper American 3D modeling software. Collar. Specifically, collar kiss. I don't think I'm going to call it a collar kiss. Seems like you should have a date first, you know? Let me put that up here. That way we can find these all right next to each other. Oh, I didn't change the name of that. I mean, it's fine if you don't change the name. You can just copy paste it here. Oh, I didn't. Why didn't that copy paste? Uh-oh. Edit. Undo. Edit. Undo. Edit. Undo. Edit. Undo. There it is. Okay. We're good. I saved it. That was weird. Like, what the heck? Why did it disappear? You should not disappear. Oh, it disappeared because it's not under the search thing. That's why. Duh. That makes more sense. I was like, why it should not be disappearing. That's because I'm doing the sub that I'm not doing the parent first. I'm doing the subgroup first. So guys, if you are, I'm going to ask y'all a quick question. What do y'all think about the Yeshunguang rerun? Is Kaizen, is Pirouise free? Yes. From what they have said, yes, Pirouise is free. And the live stream was good. I appreciated it. So yeah, back to the topic. Tell me what y'all think about the Yeshungung rerun. Because I just released my video about it. Before you watch it, I think it'd be fun to see, if assuming you haven't watched it, give me your thoughts about Yeshungung on a rerun. Do you think that's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think she'll be better or worse than people expect? Oh, you got her Mindscape. That's good. Not Mindscape, W Engine. I don't have her W Engine because I didn't want to get it. And I just said, wait, I'm just going to use Brimstone because Brimstone's really good. Here you are. You thought you could hide from me? Nice try. Actually get the one before you. That's, yeah, You kind of regret pulling her engine. You barely use her. Interesting. You can just throw that onto most. You can just throw that onto Billy. That is technically his best standard his best W engine until you get like a lot more copies of Brimstone. You can throw it onto Corrin probably. But I think she prefers Steel Cushion. Maybe. It depends. Because Corrin already has ways to give herself physical resistance to reduce physical resistance. Billy doesn't. Azriel's Vandy's having a fun stream where they're talking about like the lore stuff still. It's fun. You only started playing quite recently, so you don't have much of an opinion on her. Okay. You never liked Ye Shenggong in terms of character or gameplay. Interesting. You wanted her and then you played her and that turned you off. That's fair. You don't have any characters who work with the wind female. You don't have Piper? Piper's an anomaly agent. She will work with her. The way Azriel Vandy is analyzing the stream frame by frame is funny to me. Because I'm that kind of guy. I would definitely do that, but I don't want to do that right now. You need more stunners because you only have one limited stunner, which is Nangong. That's fair. I wonder... This might be interesting. I wonder if Pribin will actually make stunners into their own class again. Because before, stun was its own class. And then people came to the correct conclusion that stunners don't really do enough to warrant having their own class. And so they got rid of it. And then like we now might be back at a point where, wait a second, these stunners are actually doing a lot of stun and doing a bunch of other buffs. Maybe we should just put them back into their own class. But then you have to worry about like, wait, how do we tell players that Nangong and Dailin are both really good stunners, but they're both really good stunners for completely different teams? If you just tell someone, oh, you should have a stunner on your team. Like, oh, I'll just use Nangong. It's like, wait a second. No, that's the wrong stunner. You shouldn't use that. Back to what I was trying to do over here. I got sidetracked. Head, duh. Makes sense. And this is face? No, it's neck. I think that's all of the Chinese, Japanese text. Let me go check. Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. I thought I saw, yep. I see that. I didn't change this here. Whoops. Right toes. Yeah, it's right toes. I think they'll get 3DS Max will crash if that happens, because it's gonna be like, what's the name of this? Oh my gosh, foreign text? I can't open that. I am going to crash. And if this doesn't work, then I don't know what to do. This also, I mean, this doesn't need to change, but like I make sure that's correct anyway. It's interesting they call the English name for his jacket is called a skirt. It's like that's not a skirt. So they wrote jacket in English, I think. No, actually, no, I made that. I think I wrote jacket in English. I can't remember. I can't remember if I did that. And are these the correct symbols for the 4? Like, is this a regular 4? It looks like a regular 4. Good. Because you have to double check, because if they're like the Japanese character for 4, it's like, oh, that's a slightly different 4 for some reason. For some reason. Haha, I'm so funny, guys. I am hilarious. That's what funny people tell them. They look at a mirror and say, you are hilarious. You are the funny man. Everyone laughs at your jokes. You are the life of the party. Like those motivational tapes. Do people still listen to motivational tapes? I'm sure, I mean, people listen to ASMR. Are motivational tapes that different? Oh, we found the arm twists. Nice try. You can't trick me. I don't know why there's a 3 here, but arm right, arm twist. I don't think this gets used for anything. It's just here's though. Let me look at chat. I don't have enough screens to see chat and do all stuff at the same time. So the way polarity disorders work is that they are a forced trigger. So Yanagi will and Niangong will still get their polarity disorders. You just can't trigger a regular disorder, I think, is what from what I've been told. As far as I'm aware, that's how that works. I could be wrong though. But I think it would be weird for them to have I can remove this R here. Not that it changes it. It doesn't change anything. I'm just gonna remove it. Okay, that should be all of it. Maybe. Because these are all, should be all normal text. And I think his clothes also have normal text as well. Yeah, they do, because I changed them already. Okay, so if I save this, this should be, we'll save as version 2. Now let's open 3ds Max. Johan, I think a Yanagi Valina team works. Don't quote me because I don't have access to the beta. I think people have probably played it in the beta. I would assume that it works. Because, how do I say this? Oh yeah, because otherwise, Alice was also in, doesn't Alice trigger a polarity disorder as well? Am I crazy? Let me see if I can import, wait, I have to export this as a, FBX. Okay, that should be it. And please don't die when I open you. Please, please don't. Or import. Can't go open, I have to import. Downloads. MVC mods. Which one is this? Is it this? No, no, no. That's the regular characters. I want this. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Yeah, so if Alice has a polarity disorder in the beta, I know about the teams they've used in the beta. The beta testers, they give you pre-made teams. So like, hey, you can use these teams already. You don't need to build them up. One of those teams includes Valina Alice. And it really wouldn't make sense to have Alice on a Valina team if Alice couldn't get a polarity disorder. Like that would be anti-synergy. Now, granted, Alice doesn't care about this disorder specifically. She just wants her polarity disorder to get assault. But as long as you have her on a Valina team, I think she's powering up assaults anyway, kind of. So that makes sense. It says not responding. That's not a good sign. No, I thought that would fix it. Oh. That's unfortunate. Maybe it's taking a while to load, but it doesn't look like that was the fix. Very unfortunate. That's, oh man, that stinks. Maybe it's the shade, these it might be these meshes here that are causing it to die, but I kind of need the meshes. I can't just leave them out. Ah, man, that stinks. It means I can't do the thing I'm trying to do unless I pay someone to like create their own like version of the 3D their own custom Starlight Billy mod. Not model. Because if I close 3ds Max, I can show this. The progress I've made is with the other file that I had before. 3ds Max. Look at this real quick. This is the progress of what I'm trying to make. I have to wait for this thing to pop up over here. I can close Blender now. Yeah, we can save it, I guess. File recent. This is what I have so far. For those of you who are wondering, what the heck is this? Let me do this. This would be easier. Okay, so this is, how do I use this again? This is Dante. And I'm trying to put on top of Dante, Billy. So that way his animations will line up properly. And also another cool thing about Dante is Dante has a devil trigger. And when you do that, you turn these on. So the theory is that, what, I have to do it the other way. Is that Dante, aka Billy on top of Dante's model, will devil transform into Starlight Billy. That is the theory. I can, if that doesn't exactly work, I can like do some creative editing, so that way the transition from here, from his normal form to his devil form is just a different model. Like I put it on a different model, like a different skin, and I just make a hard cut between them, so that players don't recognize the difference. So this is like this is skin 6. Then I put the Starlight Billy model on skin 7, and I do a cut between them. That is the theory. I think I can get it to work, but I don't have a Starlight Billy model, and that's where this project dies. And it doesn't help that the official models in Zenless's official models are like the Hatsune Miku model format, whatever that is, where they have a lot of, they're not just models, they have a lot of extra stuff attached to them. And I don't know what is and isn't necessary for 3ds Max to not kill itself. So that's the project that I've been working on. And it looks like it's kind of at a dead end, because someone already made this mod for Deadpool. But I don't want it on Deadpool, I want it on Dante, because Dante transforms like Billy transforms, and that would be interesting. Now, I don't need to have it. I just thought it would be cool for a video to have it for a run to cut between them. Does this mean you can put Miyabi on a Valina team with Yanagi to get her stacks? So, Akalope, I'm going to let you know. That team sounds awful. Because, how do I say this? And awful is not the correct word because actually all of them have their additional abilities. I take that back. It is not awful. That team sounds really weak. It sounds like you're trying to do, like, how do I say this? It sounds, that sounds like a cope for a triple anomaly team. The problem is that anomaly has a hard coded set time of how many anomalies you can get back to back. There's an internal cooldown that you can't bypass. Good. Because there is still some amount of downtime between anomalies. You can't bypass, but I think between brand new anomalies. I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time. And it sounds like if you're trying to force Miyabi in a Valina team, you're better off just playing a Miyabi team that doesn't use Valina. Like, you can try to force it, or you could just, you know, not and actually let Miyabi get to her disorders. That's one idea. Also, because they showed it, I can kind of show this. The other good thing, I think the best thing about Valina is not actually Valina, it's her W engine. They don't show W engine stuff until later, but they've already shown everything about the character except their W engine. So this is a little bit of a spoiler, I admit ahead of time, but I think it's important. Her W engine, as of right now, this could always change. They could always change this. We still have time for them to change this. AP increases by 60. When the equipper uses an EX, the vortex and windswept damage increases by 7%, stacking twice. When at 2 stacks, everyone's AP increases by 60. And this is a unique effect. That way you can't get 2 of these and have like extra boost. This sounds really good. It also sounds even better for even a character like Bernice. Because this says energy regen. This is why most characters don't want this. But Bernice is actually fine with energy regen. And this just says as long as you use an EX. It's not gated by wind. It's not gated by a special thing only Valina has. The only thing the EX does is it increases your vortex and windswept damage. But when this is stacked twice, it's just using your EX. You're giving the whole team another 60 AP. So that's 120 on, I'll just say Valina. That's 120 on Valina and 60 more to the team. So this W engine is giving a total of, I'm bad at math, 60 times 4 AP. 240 AP to the team in total. 60 on one agent, 60 on another agent, 120 on the equipper. That's pretty good. Because I think AP for main discs are 98 off the top of my head. So that's basically 2.5 disc 4s of AP on a W engine. That's pretty good. And it's for the team as well. It's not just, it's not like Nangong's where, yeah, Nangong's is really high because it's only on her. Valina's giving it to the team. Hello, Claire. My thoughts on the live stream. I will release that video soon. I thought it was a good live stream. That's the short version. The live stream was good. I hope they don't over tutorialize season 3 and make people hate it again. This actually used to be higher, I think, and I think they lowered it. But theoretically, whoops, what happened? Oh. In theory, this W engine isn't limited. You can put this onto any anomaly, any like sub DPS anomaly agent. As long as they can use an EX, they can stack this thing twice, and that will give the team 60 AP. Norma's W engine, I think, is just a generic, like, if you do stun stuff, here's damage, right? It's impact, damage dealt, ignores fire resistance, energy regen when they're not on field. When your fire damage does EX, you increase the team's damage. So this is limited because it says your EX needs to deal fire damage. Valina's doesn't say your EX needs to deal wind damage or vortex damage. It just says when you use an EX. So this does need to be used by Norma, or I think if you're trying to play, this also has crit rate as a main stat because of course she's a crit scaler. We can't let stunners that deal damage not scale on crit. This also means this is probably Kaleda's best W engine. Yes, Shivez, that is correct. You said it, you typed it out right before I said it. According, at least on my end. It has everything Kaleda would want in a W engine, but it's not for her. Because Kaleda, unfortunately, Kaleda's still not very good right now. It doesn't help that the tracking for her moves are not very good. Like, she has lengthy animations that don't track. Like, if you play Starlight Billy, his entire kit tracks enemies really well. Kaleda's doesn't. Like, there are a lot of times when I've been using Kaleda, it's like, wow, that move just completely missed. And it's pretty good. It's, again, to be fair though, if you are pulling this for a DPS Kaleda, I am going to caution you that DPS Kaleda is not good right now, and it probably won't be good after they update her. It might be okay, but it probably won't be good. So like, don't pull this expecting, oh, this is what's going to make her good. Please don't do that. It would work well with Jufufu. The only real issue is when the equipper is not on field, energy regen increases by this amount because of how her aftershock works. Aftershocks mean that you're technically on field. I don't know if what they mean by the on-field character, if that means like the active character. So maybe that works for her. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. And also she wants to deal more her EXs every 30 seconds. I don't know if Jufufu, that's a pretty tight window for Jufufu. I think she can do it. I just don't know if this is what she's wanting. Because basically the only buff this is giving the team is 25% damage. That's it. Like, this is a really weak team buff. Because it's only 25% damage. But it's a good personal damage thing if you're trying to do a DPS Jufufu. So yeah, this is much better for personal damage, not as like a team-wide buff. In my opinion, I haven't read Jufufu's in a long time. We can read it real quick. Okay, so actually, no, wait. Correction. It is better than Jufufu's. Because this is 20% and this other one's 25%. That is true. I don't know if that 5% difference is worth 100 plus pulls. That's the only issue. That's true, because this does give energy regen. Again, I'm not exactly sure how this on-field character works with aftershocks. Again, I can't remember off the top of my head. So theoretically, you can just throw this on Jufufu and it'll be fine. You could also throw this onto Lighter. If you really want a DPS Lighter, you could do this. But then you're not getting... If you're doing a DPS Kaleda, you're really not getting this energy regen because they have to be on field. And hey, because we have 4 fire stunners, this is actually like kind of good. Like, it's some impact, it's crit rate. I don't think this is better for Lighter actually, because I don't think he gets the biggest buff from it. Well, I guess you're substituting, like, I mean, I don't have his W engine. So it's like I'm substituting crit damage for like generic damage in general that lasts longer and is slightly lower impact. So, it's a trade-off. You want to see Remiel's animations. You'll have to wait for the season 3 to come out, unfortunately. There's also the Peter Weiss's W engine, which is it's basically a generic. It's a W engine that's generically for him. And they've made it so that only he can really use it. Otherwise, it's a stat stick. And I think they've changed this around. This used to be, I think this used to be crit damage. And they changed it to attack percent. Which is fine. Actually, I'm a firm believer that attack percent is better than crit damage. Because I think players overvalue crit damage to the point where they have no attack. It's like you kind of want to have attack. Especially if you're playing with Nicole. Because you're playing with Nicole, she's not an attack buffer, so you want to have more base attack. But if you're playing with an attack buffer, attack percent isn't as valuable. That's fair. But you can still easily, I say easily, you can still, with the drive disc, you can very much more easily still get a really high crit damage value. Here it is, Dawn Chronicles. Or I think this is, I don't know if this is the official name. This is like the translated name. Crit rate increases by 30%. When using EX or ult, attack increases by 10% for 30 seconds. And this is really good because this is a combat attack buff. This is also Julian's new best drive disc. Have fun farming that. Chaos Metal sounds cool. It will not be better than Dawn Chronicles, unfortunately. You can use it if you have it until you farm for Dawn Chronicles. That's perfectly fine. Because yeah, right here, this is just 30 crit damage. And that's 2/3 of a disc 4 for crit damage. That's kind of a lot. And I think they level up crit damage anyway. Like, I think, unless they changed it last time I checked, I think Peter Luis levels up crit damage with his cores. So he will have a slightly higher crit damage anyway. So I think that's perfectly fine that his W engine doesn't give crit damage. And I think they also do that so you don't use it as a generic stat stick for everyone. Because otherwise you might... This crit rate is actually pretty good. And this attack is also pretty good. And this base attack is better than Brimstone, technically. So I still think Brimstone edges it out because Brimstone has combat attack buffs, which are really good. And then there's the whole thing where you ignore defense, and this is even better with Nicole. So then again, this doesn't really matter if they make half defensive bosses. So do you think it'll be better than Blu-ray? Unfortunately, Rupture agents don't have high base attack. So, and even then, they don't convert their combat attack very well to sheer force. So no, I don't think it will be better on Yixuan. Again, you can use it if you have it. You're just not ever caring about this attack increase. Legend, you woke up late so you missed out on the live stream. That's fine. It's good. I mean, you can read the summary, Brian. I think it probably released it on Hoyoverse already. Like, here's the summary of the live stream. I have to go here. This is on 0 official. Yeah, they already released the intel report where you can get, like, here's the actual, like, slides of all the stuff you're gonna get. I didn't get a good chance to look at this art. That's pretty. I still like that they do this art. I think this is a cool style. Polker and Ben on the rerun. That seems weird. And of course, for Valina, they have a Piper Nicole. That's the correct answer. This is also, unfortunately, if you want Nicole, you kind of want to go into this banner as well. But like, why is Polker here? Why is Ben here? I mean, you could play Ben with her, I guess. But like, Norma doesn't really want Ben. So I mean, honestly, if you put Ben on the team, Norma is basically built already as a DPS. You can't just make Ben into a sub DPS for Norma. That works. Hedge, it's just weird that Pulcher is on the banner for a stun agent. Like, you understand the problem. You're trying to pull the stun agent. You don't care about this other stun agent. You want this stun agent. Piper makes sense because as you're pulling for Valina, you want to have a, you know, kind of have a team. So Piper being right there makes sense. You're not putting Pulcher with Norma. And at least with Nicole is good for Pirouise. Where is she? Yeah, she's down here. Nicole is good for Pirouise, so that makes sense. I mean, you can use Pulcher with Pirouise, but you kind of want to have her Mindscape 6. And then they show the rest of the stuff here. Oh yeah, have fun farming double drive discs for the drive disc that you don't really care about. It'll come to Steam. That's fun. And Anime Expo. All right, that's all I got. I think I can end stream now. I don't have much else to say. All right. That's the wrong one. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time here. Again, check out my video that I can't find right now. Hold on. You haven't watched it. I would appreciate it if you checked out my Yishrungung rerun video. I had to go do it pretty quickly, but I tried to make it well within the time I had. Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys so much for joining. My name's Yojimbo Blade, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. See you soon.